All right, go ahead.
Okay. All righty, guys. Let me just bring this right here. We're going to, and I'm sure most of you would have seen the team listing already for the 100 meters. You know, we have for the men, we have Akeem Blake, Oblique Seville, we have Kishane Thompson. Alternate or reserve, if you want to call it that, is Raheem Ford. For the women, we have Tina Clayton, Sharika Jackson, Shelley and Fraser Price. Jodine Williams is the reserve there, alternate there. 200 meters, we have Sharika leading the pack with Sharika Jackson, with Gabrielle Matthews and Ashanti Moore that has been doing exceptionally well all season. On the men's side, we have some youngsters, guys. Listen to these names. Adrian Carr, formerly of Kingston College, Brian Level, formerly of Edwin Allen, and Christopher Cobby Taylor, formerly of Calabar. So this is a very, very young team for the men. In the 400 meters on the women's side, we have Dejanay Oakley, Nikisha Price, Stacey and Williams, and Leah Anderson will be the alternate. For the men, we have Delana Kennedy, Rasheen McDonald, Bovell McPherson, and the defending champion himself, Mr. Petersfield, Antonio Watson. For the 800-meter guys, we have five athletes on the men's side. We have Navaski Anderson and Tyrese Taylor. On the women's side, we have Kellyanne Beckford, Natalia Gould Toppin, who has been holding down this event for a while, and Adele Tracy. The 1500 meters were also in the party with Adele Tracy. For the women's 100-meter hurdles, we have a competitive field. We have Amoy Brown, Akira Nugent, Megan Tupper, Danielle Williams, who is leading as the wild card and defending champion. And guess what? Young Karika Hill is also a part of this team. On the men's side, we have Orlando Bennett, Tyler Mason, Demario Prince, another youngster that is
Monk Street and a Punk Street.
on street indeed. And of course, we have the veteran Hansa Parchment as the alternate here.
Alternate.
Yep. For the 400-meter hurdles, we have Rashawn Clark, Malik James King, and Asini Wilson will be carrying the flag there on the men's side. On the women's side, we have Rochelle Clayton, Antoinette Knight, Cheyenne Salmon, another young one, and Sanique Walker, who is the alternate there. Now to get down into the field where we have over 15 athletes, guys, over 15 athletes will be representing Jamaica in the field. That is just outstanding. That is just brilliant from a small country. And to kick off the field is the women's long jump. We have Akila Smith. On the men's side, we have four men. Only three of them will compete, but we have four men. We have Tajay Gale, we have Kerry McLeod, we have a youngster by the name of Nikolai Williams, and we have Sean D. Thompson as the alternate right there. The high jump, we have Lamara Distin, who has been carrying this event for the last few seasons. We have Romaine Beckford and Raymond Richards on the men's side. For the triple jump, this one's a little touchy because of course, we've lost one of our top jumper on the male side, but we have Jordan Scott who will be carrying the flag for the men, and for the women, we have Shanika Ricketts who have done this over and over, and Akila Smith on the women's side. The discus throw, we have Samantha Hall will be representing for the women, and of course on the men's side we have the veteran Frederick Dakers, my good friend, Ralford Mullins, who has been having a phenomenal season, and Chad Wright is also there in the party. For the shot put, guys, we have a single female, and it's Lloydricia Cameron will be representing us for the women. Daniel Thomas Dodd will not be in the ring for us at this World Championship. There's no male in this event. And for the hammer throw, we will have Nayoka Clunis. I'm so happy for her because I'm not sure how many of you remember, but last year for the Olympic Games, she was accidentally left off the team last year. But guess what? She is back this year and she will be going all out for Jamaica. For the relays now, for the women's 4x1 relay, we have Tia Clayton, we have Tina Clayton, we have Sharika Jackson, we have Shelly and Fraser Price, we have Janine Smith and Jodine Williams. On the men's side, we have Akeem Blake, Ryan Ford, Kadrian Golson, Oblique Seville, Kishane Thompson, and Rohan Watson. On the 4x4 side, we have Leah Anderson, Shaquina Foote, Ronisha McGregor, Dejani Oakley, Nikisha Price, and Stacey and Williams for the women. And for the men, we have Zandrian Barnes, Joshana Dennis, Delana Kennedy, Rasheen McDonald, my honey. All right, I'll take that back. Javon Powell and Antonio Watson. And for the mixed relay, we have Leah Anderson, Shaquina Foot, and Ronisha, of course, and Zandrian, Joshana Dennis, and Bobel McPherson. And this will round out the team for Jamaica. Of course, there are some familiar names that will not be on the team this year, and I'm sure we know most of those teams. For those who don't know by now, the likes of Wade Pinnock, Rajinja Campbell, and Roger Stoner will not, and Jaden Hibbert will not be competing for Jamaica at this championship. And the latest person to be added to the list who will not be competing, who is not available, is Daniel Thomas Dodd. Coach, take it away.
For me, firstly, I have to say congratulations to all the athletes who actually made the team get the opportunity to make the team. You have persons who have been, representing the team on multiple occasions. You have
Mm-hmm.
persons returning, and you have some new faces there. I think this team is a mixture of balance,
Mm-hmm.
a mixture of young and veteran. Of course, my girl Shelly and Fraser Price in her final hurrah. This one is going to be a good little one for her, a special one, I believe. It is going to end where it all started in Japan. So this is it all looks good for the country. When we get to the medal prediction, that's going to be a very very different ball game and a
Mm-hmm.
different scenario. And we might see a little bit of things that we don't want to see, but nonetheless, I'm looking forward to these athletes putting out their 110% as they go out there and rep Team Jamaica. Now, in terms of the field events, guys who are just joining, welcome everyone. Um, we will be going through our field team that we have here, and then we're gonna try as best as possible to match it up with what is out there in the world in the various events. Because of course, they know that the field event is exciting, but several persons don't like that. But I put it to you that we will be having a series, whereas we'll be not only talking about everything on today that we don't want to hear about, but we're gonna do a series where we'll definitely go about discussing the different events. We're gonna be coupling some events, but of course we want to start it off soft, so that we can get into the groove and build that momentum. Because we know that the track and field fans, they are ardent track and field fans, die-hard track and field fans. But we're going to ensure that we put to you what we believe our thoughts are on these athletes who will be representing our country. Yeah. So let's look at the field event. Which one you want to start off with?
And just before we
Mhm.
go any further, I just want to endorse what you're saying, guys. We'll be doing a series, and we're going to make it short and spicy, short and sweet. So don't expect to hear everything tonight because we're starting with the field events tonight. Then on Tuesday night, we will be looking at quarter mile and the 800 and the middle
Yeah.
long distance. Thursday night, we will be looking at the sprints. And then we will be closing, guys. We will be closing with the relays. The relays will be is what we will be closing with. Kind of like the championship, you start with one thing and then you close with the relay. So just to let you guys know that. But coach, before we touch on the event itself, I just love to share some information with the audience, a little bit about some of the rules. And one of the rules that I want to share is that the maximum per event is four. For the World Championship, it is four.
Yeah.
For the Olympic Games, it is only
Three.
three. So
Yeah.
it is four for the World Championships, three from your trials, and one wild card.
Yeah.
One wild card.
And
Now,
why we don't, sorry to interject there, but why we
uh-huh,
don't have four for the Olympic Games is because the Olympic Games, they don't do a wild card situation. Hence the reason you only have three athletes per country. But as HP indicated, with the World Championship, you do get a wild card. So that's why there's like four athletes per event maximum.
In, indeed. And let me just explain the wild card. It is only one wild card per country. Now, this year, you have three wild cards. There are three different wild cards. One is the defending champion from Budapest, two, the Diamond League winner, and three, the knockout champion. So those are the three wild cards that an athlete can get in from. Now, let me just explain that the knockout wildcard, how that works is that if you're the knockout champion and no one is ranked above you, then you get an opportunity. If there's no other wildcard, then you get an opportunity to get in. For example, Janelle Smith, who won the 100 meters for Jamaica at the knockout games, she cannot get into the 100 meters because there are other people from her region that are ranked higher than her. So you have people like Melissa Jefferson and Julian Alfred who are ranked at the top, at the very, very top. Those two ladies are ranked at the top. So
Yeah.
the only way Janelle Smith would have gotten into the 100 meter, and Jamaica have four, she would have to outrank
Yes.
Julian Alfred, and Melissa Jefferson, which was a little tough because those ladies, they're so far ahead in terms of
Hmm.
ranking.
Ranking. And
One
also
race,
to sorry, also to add
right?
to that, you do get points from knockout.
Mm-hmm.
But because these ladies are already out there in terms of their ranking points, like you said, it
Yeah,
was too difficult for our athletes to really.
yeah.
It's a possibility, but it's kind of hard based on the region that we're
Mm-hmm.
in.
Yeah. The only person, the only Jamaican that maybe would have been able to come close to those two ladies' ranking would have been Tia. Tia Clayton would have been able to get very close, but for her to outrank Melissa Jefferson um, and Julian Alfred, it would have been very, very tight. So I just want to make that clear because some people might be saying Janelle Smith won at knockoff. Why isn't Jamaica getting four? But because she's not ranked the highest in the knockoff region, she won't be able to compete in the individual 100 meter. Another one, my understanding is that as it relates to the wild card, the superior wild card is the defending champion. So
That's
if we
correct.
if we have a defending champion in an event, if you win the Diamond League final, if you win at knockout, you will not be able to supersede the defending champion.
In
Right,
the
coach?
same event, yes, right.
In the
That's if
same.
they do the same event.
Yes. Yeah. Another thing that I quickly want to explain is the quota. Some people have been asking me what is meant by quota. The quota is the amount of athletes or the amount of entries that can enter an event. Tonight
Yeah.
we're on the field event, so for all field events, it is 36 athletes. 36 athletes from all over the world, which each country is entitled to three, again, three
Mm-hmm.
events. So it is 36 for the field events. Another thing is somebody was asking me, what is quota place in an event? Quota place is where you are ranked going into the event. So that's what quota place is.
and
And
and they get points by competing at different meets, and
yeah.
that add to their quota ranking.
Hmm.
So for example, Christopher Taylor, he
Yeah.
actually did not make the qualifying standard, because if the first thing is that you have to make the qualifying standard. Once
Hmm.
you make the qualifying standard, you're good to go to the championship. However, your country actually, whether it is a trial or you go on the Diamond League circuit and you meet that standard, you're good to go. But whereas you have not met the standard, you will be given an opportunity through the ranking, quota ranking, and you compete at various meets to get points. Now, like Heather said, you will actually have to finish in that 36 for the field event if you did not make the qualifying standard in order to have an opportunity to perform at the World Championship. So that has to be cleared. Firstly, is the qualifying standard. If you
Hmm.
don't meet the standard while competing at various events, you will get points. And it depending on which event, you might get more points at a particular event than another. That will put you in the ranking. And I think some ranking points spill over from the previous year, I believe. I'm not too certain on that one, but I think so.
Yeah, the window for qualification is actually coming from last year. Last year August to this year. That is the window to be able to qualify. So some people
Right.
might say, but an athlete haven't competed much this year. How is it that they're ranked so high? This is because they're coming from their performances from last
Previous.
year
Yeah.
would
which
have.
which allow them to fall in that window.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes, so that's
So
why some
before
of them.
we before we go any further, coach, you can just acknowledge the fans who are commenting. You can read some of the comments. Welcome each and everyone. Everyone, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm seeing so many names. I'm not even going to start calling names because I am the type of person I love to call everybody names. So I'm going to allow coach to just read some comments and then we can start looking at individual events. Coach, we're not here. I'm not hearing you, coach.
Oh,
You're
I mute.
muted? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
you're muted.
muted. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
All right. So we have Shem in the building. Welcome to Shem. Maxine Brown, Witter's World, say he likes this collaboration. Um, Ian T is here. Peter Martin is here. He's sending big up. Brian too is here. Sonia Lewis is here. Our friend from over St. Lucia, the man Simeon Christoph, he is here, supporting and looking forward to the discussion.
One
I'm
Caribbean. One Caribbean.
no, but I said that enough because that will cause problem. Anyways, let me continue to talk about the names of the persons in the chat. We have Carl Skeen in the building, Melody Cook in the building, Weir's World. Big up yourself, Warren Weir. Warren Weir sending big ups. Um, Tech Gaming in the building. Who else is here? Sonia Lewis, I did call you. Carl, Brian too. One Kino in the building. Coach Kino Wagwan. All in the game. The statistician also in the building. And several other persons I mentioned those names already. So these are the folks. Sprint Tech in the building. Big up Sprint Tech. You know, yeah. Sprint Tech in the building. Tatius World, welcome. Rymar's Track Club in the building as well. Objectivity said that he has subscribed to your channel. um HP, that is a good look. Shaway Nemard was the first one here. Big up to everybody that is here. Of course, we try as best as possible to keep you engaged in the conversation. So we're gonna be trying to get some of the comments in the chat to ensure that we keep you in the loop. Del Ock just joined. Big up yourself. Welcome. St. Vincent and the
St.
Grenadines.
Vincent and the Grenadines. See, I tell you, it's one Caribbean, sir. One Caribbean, sir.
I I not saying nothing about that. My lips are sealed.
USA born Jamaica. Veronica is in the building. Veronica Coot is in the building.
Big up
She's saying
yourself,
US
yeah.
born Jamaica. Veronica, welcome each and everyone. Welcome. It is all about Jamaica track and field legacy, and that's what we're here promoting, supporting, and saluting. So let us the comments keep coming. They keep coming. Warren
Yeah,
Weir,
yes, you
pick
see
up
him just
yourself.
he said that he's gonna be an analyst on the TVJ World Champs panel. Big up to Warren Weir. So yeah,
Big
man, we are
up.
gonna tune into that, man. Big up yourself, Virgin.
Rabalak in the building, man. I had to say that. I had to say that. I had to say that. All right, continue, coach. Let's go now. Field events,
Hmm.
guys. My first question is before we even look at individual field events,
Yeah.
why is it that all these field events are contested at champs for 9 points, 7 points, whatever points?
Hmm.
What is happening after champs? Is it that we're not interested in the talents after they leave high school? Especially, let us look at the pole vault and the javelin first.
I
There's
mean,
there's schoolboy throwing 45, 65 meters in the javelin. We have schoolboy throwing 65 meters in the javelin, coach. Why are we not focusing more on some of these field events?
and that is a good point that you made, HP. But the fact of the matter is Jamaica is a sprint nation. We
I don't
cannot.
want to hear that in a coach.
No, hold on. Me I go finish. Jamaica is a sprint nation, whether we believe it or not. No, what has happened in the field event, we all accept that it is changing and we are moving away from being only a sprint nation to a track and field nation. So we are covering all the disciplines of track and field. I think we're still in the wilderness where or out there in the desert place where the pole vault and the
The javelin.
javelin is concerned. Now, when you look at the pole vault, there are certain criteria, there are certain attributes, physical attributes that you have to have. And again, I don't, one of them would have been acrobat, being an acrobat. And I don't believe that a lot of our children are skilled in that area. So that, and also, again, from a Jamaican standpoint, we are afraid of heights, whether
No,
we
but
believe it or not.
and I understand where you're coming from, coach. But when you go to boys and girls champs, you see these same children
Mm-hmm.
doing these events to give their school points. Recently, a young man from Calabar, he threw 65 meters in the javelin. I think it was at the national championship. And I am saying the talents are there. Why are we not showing a little bit more love to the field events all
And
around?
and I wouldn't say I think we are taking it in chunks, in stages, because if you look on what is happening, we have improved in the long jump and we have always
No,
been good in the long jump, triple jump. We have always stayed there, right? The throws have improved exponentially. We can't go around that. The throws is up there. So the jumps and the throws are getting there. I think we have to look in how some collaboration in how we can get that event, the javelin and the pole
the
vault
pole vault.
off the ground. Remember, we have to look at interest. What is what interests these kids here in Jamaica? When you look at the pole vault, we are still not getting any exceptional height or any exceptional talent from the pole vault. But when you see in the long jump, we can see as the fans looking in that hey, that athlete is a very good long jumper. We see where they have done exceptionally well at champs, and that matriculate them to the NCAs and some might even stay in Jamaica and continue where that is concerned. But I think that we have come a far way, and I think now this is where the federation comes in. This is where all the stakeholders of track and field comes in and see how best we can, add the javelin. And like you rightfully said, we have people throwing far. We have javelin people going to the character trials when they throw. Sometimes they don't even go on the tee because what? Sometimes the standard, they have not met the standard. And that is something that we have to look into. But I wouldn't want to push it right ahead now because we are still, remember, we lost some athletes and we are trying to, sustain that
Coach,
little throw era that we have there.
Coach Minzy,
Yeah.
now is the time to push it. Our track and field legacy is over 100 years old. Now in 2025, in the 21st century, is the time to push it. Whatever you market is what will sell.
Mm-hmm.
If you have two products and you market one, I guarantee one more than the other, I guarantee you that the one that you market most is the one that is going to sell more.
And I agree with that. But look on the realistic part of it, where the business of the sport is concerned. How many throwers, sorry, not throwers, how many pole vault persons, separate and apart from the record holder that keeps breaking and breaking and breaking, has that trajectory? How many persons in that event, that particular discipline, that is actually making money, serious money?
You see,
And remember, these athletes,
it
these
always comes back to the money and then we dismiss it. But when championship come around, we are still having the same conversation. If if sprinting can make money, field events and the middle and long distance can make money. But guess what? We promote one more than the other.
that is
So
true.
I was talking to Coach Wilson, Maurice Wilson, just 2 nights ago, and he said every athlete, when they come to him, everybody wants to sprint. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to look at them and say, no, you can do better in the 200
Yeah,
or the 400. When you go to a track meet, you have about, I'm going to exaggerate, but you have about 50, 100 meter heat
heats. Yeah, yeah, that is true.
take up an entire hours of a track and field meet. But what I'm trying to say, we have young talents, and if there's nowhere for them to go, if we do not create the space for them to go, they are not. We're just going to lose them. Look at MVP. When MVP started with one or two athletes,
And
Bridget Foster Hilton and Sharika, and just two or three people. And look at MVP now. Look at racers. Why? Maybe back in those days when Stephen Francis would have said, "Look, I want to start a training club." Maybe some people would have thought that it was a ridiculous idea because all our athletes were going overseas.
yeah, that is true.
All our medalists were coming from overseas. But look what we have created at home with the sprints. We can do it with the field and we can do it with the middle and long distance. We just have to be patient.
And I agree with you, and that's why I'm saying I am not pushing a pole vault in Jamaica, to be honest. And I'm being frank, right?
Why
Well,
not?
I'm being minzy. Here it go now. At St. Jago, when we have good quarter milers, good sprinters, good jumpers, good throwers. And we wanted to maximize. And sometimes you try to, keep some youngsters in and around the team. So you tell them to try this event and that event. To me, in my coaching days and up until now, I have not seen an athlete that has all the attributes or not even one third quarter of the attributes for the pole vault in Jamaica. I've never seen it. Whenever we put these youngsters in the pole, not even the equipment, you know how much war and fight we have to do to
I
try
know,
get an equipment at the school. And the school has been doing well on both the boys and the girls side at champs.
I know, I
But
know.
to get the equipment was a very difficult. And mark you, Those equipment are expensive too.
I know.
So what we do, we persuade some of these youngsters to just do it. We get the coach, we put the coach in place, and sometimes the youth them don't want to do it because what? It's not exciting. It's not an exciting thing to train, and it difficult. Me nah lie. I have seen it with my two eyes,
But we have
and me I
to,
tell you,
but coach, we have to be practical with these athletes. You know what Coach Wilson, Maurice Wilson said on the show Friday night? He said Zandrian Barnes is one of his athletes, and he said to Zandrian, look, the 400-meter is where it is. If you're not running 43 seconds or 44 low, put some focus in the relay, because a relay medal is a medal that can be added to your legacy. At the end of the day, a relay medal is counted as a part of your legacy, because when you look at
yes,
you when
but that is in the same discipline, running.
whichever discipline, we have to know how to, because if you see where an athlete is struggling in one event, I think as a coach it is your job to say, I think you would make a better 400-meter hurdle.
But I just said that's what we do because we want to keep athletes in and around the team. You don't push them away. You tell them to try other events, and that's how we got some athletes to do the pole vault. But it just never work out for
Just
them.
for champs, for 9 points.
Yeah, but the youth them doing it, they weren't interested. They weren't enthused about it. No matter how we try to encourage them, incentivize it, everybody want to run.
Everybody wants to
It's
do to
just
sprint.
something Asafa, Shelly, Vernica, Merlin, Melane, um, what's her name?
Karen
Dion
Stewart.
Emmons,
Mm.
Karen, all of these people, Usain Bolt, they are the ones. I mean, I have to blame them still enough. But because of the success that we have
Hold
had
on. Hold on there.
in
Hold
these
on. Hold
events.
on. Hold on. Empress M 1157 is saying medal can eat. I love that question. I love that question. You know why I like that question? Empress M, medal is what gives you negotiating powers
Oh,
to
yeah.
negotiate for big money. You have that medal. When a sponsor come to you, you can say, I'm an Olympic silver medalist or an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
And that medal, without that medal, you have no negotiation powers. You have no earning powers. So you're saying if medal can eat, no, it cannot eat, but that medal is what will make you eat. Just saying. I agree with you, Warren. It's really money. It
It's
takes money,
expensive, man. The pole vault
but
expensive.
we have to try. We have to try. We
But
have to try.
but HP, the schools are trying. Of course, a lot of these programs, but when you look at it, the spread of the pole vault in these programs, we have, say, for example, 20 schools on the boys' side. How many of those schools are competing in the pole vault? Not
Most
many.
most time when you look at the javelin and the pole vault at champs, you see Calabar, you see KC, you see JC, you see St. Jago, you might see another school.
Mm-hmm.
is is most times is the schools that are vying
Vying for
for
right.
championship, and I totally agree with you and that. So what is going to happen is that every year when we have a championship, we're going to come back to these conversations. Why Jamaica can't, why we can't have somebody in the javelin, why we can't have somebody in the pole vault. We want the medals, but we have to invest heavily so that when that time comes, we can have these people on our team. So we're not even going to spend any more time on the javelin and the pole vault, because we're definitely out of that.
Yeah.
That's over our head. Now let us look at the hammer throw.
I am so glad.
Hold on, let us see. Orlando 3038 is saying they have this get quick, get rich quick mentality. Orlando, I like you. I don't know who you are, but I like you.
But that mess up some of the athletes them who sprint too. So it cannot be only about the throwers. You have athletes who are talented, and the mentality that Orlando said mess up a lot of them. and more so on the male side than the female side. Females, they have their head pan and body. When it come on to sport,
True.
them knowing enough nothing too flashy and fancy. Then we save them look of money. Man, want go out there and those cruise, you know.
Yep, yep. I want to address
Yeah.
something that Warren Weir said. Warren Weir made a comment. Warren's comment is, where is it? Let me make sure it's Warren. It said, yes, it's Warren. It says, why try to waste money there when you have events we haven't fully invested
Very good
in?
point. Very
No,
good
no,
point.
let me address it first. Warren, you were a hurdler when you were at Calabar. You left Calabar on a high, actually winning that class one hurdles, almost injured. You were injured when you ran that race. And you were converted, Warren, to one of the best 200 runner we will ever see. Silver medal at the world and bronze medal at the Olympic Games, created history for Jamaica. But Warren, everybody cannot do the same event. So we have to ensure that we spread the resources so that no athlete is left behind. Because if I weigh 200 pounds, Warren, or 150 pounds, I can't sprint, Warren. So maybe I can throw the javelin. So it is not about wasting money on events, but it is actually ensuring that every athlete get an opportunity with whatever resources that we have. Coach, you can take it away now.
All right. I am so happy that this young lady, you know, in the armor throw is in actually in
Mm-hmm.
because we know what transpired the last time. How
Yes.
can you mistakenly forget to add somebody to a list? I can't see through that. You get what I say? But it is good to know that she's now on the team. I believe that she made it through the ranking points, the quota system,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm certain that she's pleased right now. But with how this event is and where she finished in the ranking, I certainly believe that she's going to go there and put in her best performance. You get what I say? I am looking forward to see her compete. Whether she get a medal or not, I am just happy that she's there competing because you have top persons in these events right now. You know, you have
Coach, before you
Rogers.
before you go any further, I mean the comments they're cracking me up.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying, who is saying this? Daddy Gates is saying, any African countries have pole vaulters? Guys,
me like the chat. Big up
right?
yourself, chat. Me like the chat.
Oh my gosh, these people, guys, it is a sport for everybody. You just have to put in the work. It is about putting in the work. Of course, they're not going to agree with me on this, but you can continue, coach, and then I'll share some more information on the hammer throw.
Yes. In terms of Nayoka, she was ranked 33rd.
Mm-hmm.
In the world. So she has a very tall list of competitors to really because you have Cameron Rogers from Canada who is one of the top armor throwers. You
Mm-hmm.
have from the United States as well. Um, Brooke Anderson, she's also a very good thrower. You have the Finnish athlete Kosonen and Anita from Poland. So it is going to be a very interesting event to see. I mean, to see a Jamaican in it, that is a win for us as already. So, I mean, I am just saying congratulations to Nayoka. She made it and
Yeah.
she's going to represent herself. She's going to represent her team, her family, and for the most part, Jamaica. She'll be in that color. And to say that you're a world championship performer, she will always be etched into the history of Jamaica's track and field. for two reasons. Her name was left off, and the following year she made the team.
Yeah.
So that is a good look. You understand? So I wish her all the best. She has a tough task though, but of course, it's sports. Anything can happen. Once the athletes are lined up, anything is possible where that is concerned.
I love these people in the chat. They're so witty. RR is saying Africans been throwing spear for how many years? Our DNA. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that, RR. Thank you
No, but
very
that is
much.
oh me look upon that now and say that is that is a start, yes.
I see
But
where the person is going.
yeah,
Yeah.
but throwing spears and having a technique to do it is different. When them a throw a spear, now them just take up a spear and throw it.
Listen, they
You
can learn
understand?
the technique in sport.
Technique, finish
In
the
sport,
last five steps. You have to cross your leg and you have to do all that. How you grip the javelin. Trust me.
listen, coach, you're a coach and you know this. All those great athletes out there did not just wake up and become great. They had a little talent and it was developed.
True.
So we can do that with the javelin. We have to have a mindset if we want to be a rounded world beating team. We have to the sprints alone is not helping us because the rest of the world is stepping up. We have been number two on the track and field list at championship for many, many years, and we're slowly losing that spot. We're slowly losing that spot because we're treating some events like their stepchild. But just to go back to the hammer throw, the qualifying mark is 74 meters for the women. The world lead is 79.29 meters. Nayoka, her season best is 70.85, and even though she's ranked number 33, her quota placing is 26. So she's going into this event at a nice little spot. And as you said, I'm super happy for her that she is on the team because this young lady, she has worked hard. She worked really, really hard. And to be honest with you, coach, a lot of these field athletes, they train themselves. They don't
Yeah,
have they
yeah.
don't have any coaches.
I mean, I tell you, say field event athletes, they put their body through a whole lot of rigors.
Yes,
Not to say that all athletes do, but you see the field event athletes, them you see in the weights room, they do a whole lot.
yeah,
They
yes.
put their body to the limit when it comes on to the weights room. So, I mean, yeah, kudos to them.
And just to share some more information on this event, it is 36 athletes, 36 entries for this event, and only 9 athletes attain
The
the
qualifying standard, yeah.
entry standard. Only 9 out of 36. So everybody else is basically going in on ranking, and I think this is where our athletes need to um, get into more meet so that they can accumulate points.
Yeah.
So when championships like these come around, you can help to make up the quota
So
and get,
so you see the difficulty with this event,
yeah,
and we have not even looked at the javelin yet. We might not look at it because we don't have any javelin persons where
yeah,
Jamaica
yeah.
is concerned. But
Mhm.
if only out of 36, only 9 would have qualified based off hitting the standard,
Yeah,
then obviously these people are doing better than us in the world. So you can imagine Nayoka is there as a Jamaican. That is a big deal.
it is.
And I have seen some champs athlete who actually left Jamaica and they went to the NCA circuit and they are doing well in that event.
Hmm.
I would encourage them, if they think about progressing their career, they could take up an event like this because the competition out there to get the standard, like you said, is great. But if they can get into some meets and accumulate some of these ranking points so that they can actually get into the championship, it would be a good look for them
Yes, indeed.
because you
Indeed.
could be an Olympian and a world championship athlete.
Yes, sir. Totally agree. In this event, there's no male for Jamaica. We don't have any male there. The shot put. Do you want to read some more comments before we get to the shot put? Because the chat is very festive and I like it. Thank you very much for that, RR. He's saying like, share, subscribe, and
Yeah.
yes, please.
Big up
Thank you.
yourself, RR. You don't know it gonna. All in
Yes,
the game say Cuba isn't already gave examples of world class Cuban vaulters. Beerbox said all in the game. South Africa is basically Europe in Africa.
I love these people.
Objectivity say yes, the chores they do a lot of work and them eat no food too. That is a fact. You
Yes,
can't go around that.
yes, they
You see
eat
me?
a lot.
And you see like the other athletes like a sprinter and all of these other people, they the chores can eat anything like the soda. You try to tend to have a strict diet for a sprinter, but the chores them eat any and everything, man. May I tell her that stop
Yes,
them because you know they need the mass. You understand? Marky will say, I think that by increasing number of athletes in the long, triple, and high jump, men discus and shot put, we are improving overall. We won't slip anytime soon. I agree with that.
yes.
Um, who is this? Daddy Gates said, I'ma throw is wild. That spinning is crazy.
A suicidal.
Hey, Beerbox said DNA has nothing to do with it. It's all about mindset and developing and maintaining cohesive system. That is true. But if you notice our system, I mean, the coaches will have to decide a particular coach or a group of coach, a cadre of coach, whichever way, they would have to make it up in their mind that, hey, I am going to do this javelin and I'm going to focus on it. I'm going to do this pole vault and that is what I'm going to focus on. I mean, being a sprint coach in itself is can be monotonous. Can you imagine on that side of the track? So
I think, coach, just to make this quick point before you continue, I think if a coach really is passionate about the javelin, and I think a coach who is passionate about it can get athletes to like it, because
true.
coaches have a way of getting athletes to run event. I remember Melaine Walker told me in her interview that her event was she wanted to do the sprint hurdles. She wanted to do the sprint hurdles, and Coach Stephen Francis said you can win the Olympic Games in the 400-meter hurdles. And what Melaine Walker did,
Yeah, you see,
she was so against the 400-meter hurdles,
that
and
is true.
she won it at the Olympic Games and she won it at World. So I think coaches' passion can, you know, trickle down to athletes liking events.
That is true because sometimes the athletes might come to a club or to an institution doing a particular event. But after you go through the general preparation and you look even at the cadence, their running form and all of these things, you recognize that these athletes are not supposed to be in that event. They are way superior if they try another event. And I give you a quick example too. Martin Manley, former world youth champion,
Mhm.
he actually was in cricket class. I understand. Running up to bowl a ball. And they saw him running. And somebody invited him to training. And we know the rest is history.
Yep.
So yes, the coaches can really identify some athletes. I mean, some persons come and they say, "Oh, I am a sprinter," and you say, "Go and go try the throws." I mean, I tell you, you see the throws group in Jamaica, whichever school they go, they always knit together, and I think that is why we are getting success in the throws. So you're right, you're right. If we can get some dedicated persons to do other events, then certainly, yeah,
Another example I'll give. When I spoke with Frederick Dakers here 2 weeks ago, I don't know how many remember Frederick Dakers when he was slim and skinny, and he said he wasn't doing the field events, he was actually doing sprinting, and it was his coach that saw him and said, I think you can. Because the first time I saw Frederick Dakers at Champs, I could not believe that young man was going to throw the discus. He was like a whiz
Mm-hmm.
but the technique, teaching him the technique, and because his body is so strong and he's so tall, he was able to get into it. Why? Because of Julian's passion for field events. So it goes back to, if the right coach meet the right athlete and we have the right fit, believe me, we can do like Trinidad and Grenada.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. Let me see if I can. Hey, the comments are coming in
I
so
know,
rapidly.
I
Big up the
know.
people, them, you know. Big up the chat. Big up the chat.
Welcome, guys, anywhere in the world you are, Africa, Asia, Europe, Antarctica, Oceanic, Europe, wherever you are, North America, South America, all seven continents. Welcome, welcome. Tonight is all about Jamaica Track and Field Legacy, the road to Tokyo
Tokyo.
2025.
All right, so let me quickly read these three messages, and probably jump over to another few. Who is this? Empress said that I would rather an athlete run last and get $100,000 contract that to be winning a field event and only getting 30K. Wow. 400-meter hurdle is still running and has funding. Javelin, not so much. That's from Objectivity. Marky will say, remember in Frano interview how he spoke about, oh, that comment gone. Okay, how technical event is. We need a coach or coaches that specialize in that event. That is true. That is true.
Yep.
And you know the persons who actually coach the throws, I think it is a similar discipline. You know, not the pole vault, but the javelin. It's a similar discipline. So I think, I mean, even the great Julian Robinson, he can coach javelin, but I guess with his prowess and what he have developed over the years, and he can't seem to get a top javelin thrower, then something must be wrong in terms of the ability of the talent pool that we have where that event is concerned.
Or is it that there's no passion towards the
That
javelin?
that too. That too.
Yeah. Because I think an athlete can stay in any event and earn big. But look at Mondo. He's on the field and he's making a lot of money. He's getting, I mean, he has contracts, he's doing well, his event is getting the attention. So
I
you
see
can shine anywhere you are.
that is true, but Munda is an anomaly, to be honest.
You're
It-
going to say he's special, right?
of course he is. That man is talented, man. You can't go around that. He's an anomaly, like how Bolt did, you know? Different.
Yeah,
That
he's
man
special.
is really different.
I agree. I agree.
Really special athlete. And these athletes normally come, if you notice, they come in various events throughout generation. Yeah, so
Yeah. All right, let us look at the shot put now. No Daniel Thomas Dodd. No. That is the first shocker for me for Team Jamaica. And championship haven't started it. No Daniel Thomas Dodd. She's the only Jamaican with the qualifying mark of 19.30
mm-hmm.
meters, and the silver medal from 2019, she is out. But of course we have Lydrecia Cameron. 18.12 is another one who is going in based on ranking.
Ranking quota.
Right. The qualifying mark is 18.80 and she has 18.12. She's ranked number 31 in the world,
Yeah.
but she's going in the event at number 22. So another event that we will be in, and it's another good look for Jamaica, and the legacy just keep building and keep building.
Um, it is for Lydrica or Lydricia, whichever way it is pronounced. Sorry if
Mhm.
you're watching and I'm butchering your name, Miss Cameron. If she go, I think yes, she's ranked 31st, right?
Yes, yes.
And of course, we know the throws would have been 36. She's going
Mhm.
to be having to look up and go up against some top athletes in the event. The Americans, the Canadians, the Dutch athlete, the Germans, the New Zealand, the Swedish, even the
Mhm.
Chinese athletes. So she will have her hand full. And it is interesting that we still, even though we might be having persons who are not competing, or who is unavailable to compete, we still have persons who are actually, still, having a foot in the event, because that still is going to give us some sort of visibility
Yes.
that will cause, the color of Jamaica to be
We
still.
will see the Jamaican kids.
Thank you. So that is really still having us in the limelight and having us in the thick of things. Again, all what the athletes did before, it is tremendous. It was a lead up and a build up to the championship. When the event starts, every single of individual start at zero.
Zero. Yep.
So and it's gonna be a different sort of competition as if you were on the circuit, Diamond League or wherever. Different type of circuit. Some of these athletes, yes, they might go up against different athletes, but they might not compete against some. And in every championship, I always see spills and thrills. So I do believe that Lydrika will do her best, and only her best is good enough.
Yep.
On the other hand, where we have Daniel Thomas Dodd not making herself available after hitting that qualifying standard and mark, it is interesting because we understand that she sent a letter to the federation indicating, but it wasn't expressing the reasons why she would have, opted not to participate for the nation. And again, it's always interesting when someone turns down the country, putting on that kit, that color. I'm a national representative, whatever sport it is always leaves to speculation when
And we
these
don't
things
want
are
to
not clear.
speculate. And we don't
Right.
want to speculate. Yeah.
Um, so the only thing we know right now is that a letter was sent, but nothing was said in the letter to indicate the reason for the move.
And
But
just to piggyback on that before you continue,
mhm,
going back to Coach Wilson's interview Friday night, he said that you cannot force the athletes to compete, the senior athletes. You cannot force them. They decide if they want to compete or not. So that
mhm,
was one of the things that he
yeah,
said that I found very interesting. You cannot force them to compete. They can tell you that I am not available for selection for whatever their reason. They don't even have to share their reason. Of course, we want to know, why you would not be available, but so just to share that part with you, that they cannot compel them
yeah, yeah.
to compete for country.
And that is always a good point, and I am aware of that too, because how you treat high schoolers versus how you treat senior athletes is totally different. Them
Yeah.
say them now come at training in no matter what you do. Them now come at training or practice, whichever way them call it. But I guess we will know why or what transpire where Miss Dodd is concerned. It's sad though, especially coming off the heels of what took place at Paris. It's really sad. But I mean, whatever it is, I wish her all the best. I mean,
I am going to miss her. I am going to miss her for sure.
yeah, she has served this nation well enough from Carifta days,
Yes.
representing the country,
Mm-hmm,
So it's
mm-hmm.
not like a just come thing for her. She has served the country well from her junior years right up to senior.
All the way up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I wish her all the best in whatever the decision is, whatever the
Mm-hmm,
reason behind her not,
mm-hmm.
competing. Um, and I'm just getting word that in another 24 hours, we the fans will know definitively the reason why she opted not to represent Jamaica at this year's World Championship. So that is interesting.
Beautiful.
That is something we look forward to hear. So let us see. But we're
And
gonna
that,
really miss her in this event,
yes,
to be honest.
yeah, I am going to miss her for sure because, as you said, she's been carrying the flag for
Hmm.
quite some time now, and I like the fact that her team will be making a statement because I've always said that PR is very important, especially when you're a brand, and just disappearing like that
Yeah.
is not good enough. Your team needs to say something because you have your fans out there, you have country, you have potential sponsors looking on. So you should have your PR person put out a statement. You don't have to tell us exactly what's going on, but at least shed some light to dismiss confusion, speculation, and all of those things. But I am truly, truly going to miss this powerhouse of a woman in the ring. And just to also share, only 19 athletes from the 36 has attained
The
the
standard.
entry standard again.
Hmm.
And again, another high entry event. And
Yeah.
somebody was just saying to me today, a coach, that he thinks that the qualifying mark for some of these events, they're too high. They're too high. That's what someone was
I,
saying.
I I believe so, but I mean, even though some of these qualifying standard or mark, they might be seemingly difficult because some people are going into uncharted waters. I still believe that the fact that they still have an opportunity to enter through the uh, quota system, the ranking points. I mean, it doesn't matter if they bring it to the clouds, those standards. There's still
Yeah.
gonna be a way for these athletes to get in and compete and win medals. So, I mean, it's they. Some of them really seem high for real, and especially we know we're not there yet. But when you look at the event like a 800, 143. No, 144. But I think that is going to improve because the man them are run now.
Yeah.
142, 143, just around. And sometimes it is the athletes who cause the bars to raise because they are the ones that are hitting these fast time, the improvement in their training and all
Hmm.
of these things. So it is something that we have to accept and live with.
Yes, indeed, indeed. And another thing that I would love for the fans to understand, I'm just going to say this and move on. Sport is a business, sport is
Mm-hmm.
a career. It is a
Yeah.
business, it is the career of their athletes. We in other careers, when our job is not treating us well, what do? We find another job that will treat us well. So just understand that sport is a business, and we have to understand that it is a business and it is a career. And moving right along, Jamaica has no male in this event because, of course, it would have been the bronze medalist from Paris, Mr. Rajendra Campbell. But of course, we know that he won't be in the ring for us. And our
And
next,
just want to make a point on that. You see, the interesting thing about this event in the man, we did have Richards, Odean Richards in the man, and we did a move nice in other event and people are
yes,
catch on. And then we kind of have some people whenever they really reach certain, and then Ginger just come on board. So the
yeah,
event was seemingly getting back up there. And for this to happen, I'm disappointed, to be honest.
yeah, yeah.
And now you feel that the missing piece of the puzzle is gonna be there when you don't see these athletes competing and you see them week in, week out at these Diamond League events. It's gonna be hard. Just
It is, especially, when these events come around, a lot of us are going to feel a little way about it and stuff, but it is a part of the business. It is business, it is their career, and, we just
yeah.
have to find that way. But how can we, let me just ask you this, coach, before we get to the discuss through, how can we find a way to close the gap on infrastructure, facility, environment, specialized coaches in order to save or to keep our athletes at world standard and also to keep them in the black, green, and gold. We have to go do something, coach. We have to do something.
I think it's very difficult. I agree with Warren Weir. Pick up yourself again, Warren. The athletes have to think about their livelihood to begin with.
I agree.
They choose the event, and or the event choose them because of the talent that they exhibit that leans towards that event, right? So for me, there is no amount of infrastructural things that we can put in place that will stop these athletes from leaving. One thing I can say, it will help to develop them if we put in good infrastructural things. And based off treatment, some might. But if you have some cash a wave in front of your HP versus don't have no cash and you struggle, you will go with the cash.
Coach,
Because the cash can go a far away.
I think there's something that we can do. I think as a country we can do a little bit more. What about trying to
Mm-hmm.
get sponsors to help these athletes who are coaching themselves, athletes who won medal at the Olympic Games, come back home and don't even have a sponsor. When you look at them competing, they're either in full black and we know when an athlete is not sponsored. We the fans know.
Yeah, yeah.
We who understand the sport can say, "Oh my God, he won an Olympic medal and no sponsor." And in no time, my phone is ringing and somebody's like, HPX don't have. And I said, by the looks of things, no.
But
But we as a country, we will have to find a way. I think the federation can help
mm-hmm.
to get corporate Jamaica
Right.
involved a little bit more, pitch them a proposal that can help. Because let me tell you, the people in the sprints, I am not worried about them, especially the top people.
Yeah.
But the
Because they
people
have
who
good
are
contracts.
but the people who are in the field and the people in the long and the middle distance events, they are struggling. They are struggling.
And you see, with the corporate sponsors, if the federation don't find a way to engage them and get them on board, it's gonna be difficult to,
Yes.
because when you look on a Jamaican landscape, when you look at sponsorship, I think they more lean towards the side of football, and that still doesn't have a lot of corporate support, but they lean more towards the football than a track and field, and we get more success in track and field than in football. So
You
it,
know
it
what? You know what I came up with, coach? I came
mhm.
up with this idea because I'm always thinking about ways that we can help the athletes. And one of the things that I came up with, and it's a campaign that I wanted to run, is each company in Jamaica adopt an athlete.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I think I heard that before.
That was something I came up with, and I was like, adopt, and you don't have to give them a lot. You can pay either you pay them rent for a year. We have a lot of our athletes. Most of our training bases are in Kingston. Kingston is saturated with all the training clubs,
Hmm.
and a lot of these athletes they leave Saint Elizabeth, they leave Montego Bay, wherever to come into Kingston. How are they surviving with rent and with food and in hydration and those kind of things. So if the J3 can put a campaign together and say, okay, adopt an athlete, each company adopt an athlete, and you work out how you want to help this athlete. I think we can do more. I think we can do more. We just have to find creative ways to put proposals and put those things together for the greater good of our athletes.
I agree that we can do more, so much more, you know, and I don't know when the country is gonna take sports as a
Seriously. Hmm.
viable profession. A lot of times I think why this corporate people don't really support sports, because they turn up their noses at an athlete.
But But these are the same companies, when an athlete win a medal, they put out a full page ad
There you go.
congratulating
There you go.
Warren Weir for winning a medal for Jamaica. These are the same companies who sometimes, when you look at the newspaper, especially after a final that has Jamaica in it and Jamaica do well, every paper have the athletes on it. Congratulations, congratulations. So we have to do a little bit more. We need to help with their development. We have to, as a
But
nation.
but when you look at even some of the top athletes, them, how many of them have local corporate sponsors?
Very good one. Very good one. Yes. Hmm.
See, I see. Look how long Shanika Ricketts have been in the game, and in recent times, and that is a possible reason because she indicated that people come after her as well to try and lower her to go and represent other countries.
Hmm.
So this is a good story for them to put out there so that whatever company is representing her can get some traction. So that is a good story. But how many other athletes? I know Sherika has a Scotia Bank, and I think Water. The Twins have Water, but Kishane, we don't know anything about Kishane having
We can count on maybe one hand the amount of athletes that has a local sponsor from Jamaica. Maybe we can go over to the second hand, but I can tell you it's not 10. If it's 10, I stand corrected. But the
yeah.
point I'm trying to make is just a handful of companies in Jamaica that is sponsoring athletes. Just a few companies. I'm not
and
going to
and
call
that's
their
bad.
names, but we
That's
are we
bad.
know who they are. We know who they are. Just a handful of companies that are sponsoring our athletes. So we really need to do more. And I see a comment here that I would love to read. Um, this is Remain Safe is saying, during doing more is not necessarily much more, isn't necessarily much more money, but mobilizing resources. Yep. There's so many different ways we can help. There's so many different ways. Mobilizing resources, helping the athletes with something as simple as transportation, something as simple as nutrition,
Nutrition, which is a big thing, and I
which
think
is
one of the other thing is the medical, because when athletes get injured in a man, it if they can't find anywhere to rehabilitate or to do MRI, that is very expensive and all of these things. They're gonna
It is. And
be rough.
let me tell you, we have to big up Grace and Digicel. We have to big up Grace, companies like Grace and Digicel, because
Hmm.
they have put so much into track and
That is
field.
true. That is
They
true.
deserve to get a
From
free big
from,
up from us
from
tonight.
the grassroots level, because
Um,
Grace I support champs so many years now.
There you go. There you go. Oh, many a title sponsor. Grace
Yeah,
has been doing so much for our track and field. Digicel is another company in Jamaica. Everything Digicel sponsor. There are other companies, there are other companies that can come on board and do. But of course, a campaign like this, maybe we'll have to run spearheaded by, like, the federation will have to put a team together and say,
yeah,
look, we want to help these athletes. We want to help these athletes going into LA 2028. Let us put a 3-year campaign in place to have 20 field event athletes going to LA 2028. Reach out to these athletes. How can we help you? This is how we can help. We can pay your rent for a year. Then this one, we can buy your food for a year. We can pay your medical bill for a year. These are the little help that these are the little things that we need to do. And of course, we need more. The resources need to be spread out in Jamaica. People who are setting up training camps or training clubs. When I can put some of them in outside of Kingston, seriously. St.
but
Elizabeth, St. James, St. Mary, St.
yeah,
Anne,
I think though to HP is that, and I see Warren Weir put it in the chat, and I've been
workshops,
saying it. I've,
workshops.
not on the workshop. The part that he says that athletes need to Some of these athletes are what not marketable, something like that. Sometimes I think the athletes, the onus is also on them to put themselves out there
Market
and
themselves.
market themselves. I think some of the Jamaican athletes are too casual, or they are too laid back in their approach, even to social media. Social media is where it is at.
They shy
Go on a
away.
go on a live, interact with your fans, them make people know
Yeah.
say yo, you're there. You have a personality where people can gravitate to. All
Yeah.
right, you come out and you seem to be giving a lot of jokes, and you have people cracking up. A company might see that, or somebody might post it to somebody that is from a company, and them see it and them might say, oh, that athlete can actually advertise this for me because my sister them have look of talent, outside of track and field.
Bareback is saying sentiments don't put food on the table, lady. I don't think Bareback get what I'm really trying to say. Bareback, you have to be able to put yourself in a certain position so that people. All right, let us use Ja'Cory Patterson for example. Ja'Cory Patterson is now leading United States 400 meter. That young man used to work at UPS from 11 at night until about
Mm-hmm.
3 in the morning. Goes home, take a little sleep, and then train for a few hours, and he repeats. When I was at the Grand Slam as one of the Grand Slam media representative, we interviewed him and he told us his story. What you think got him that sponsorship? The fact that he came through the media and tell that
Yeah, tell him
story.
story. And then the Trini guy, what him name again?
Yes, I know who you're talking.
Somebody
Jareem.
Jerry Richard
Jareem.
says somebody sign the boy, man. Somebody
Yes,
sign him.
yes. I have those interviews on my thing. So you have to, and as the person said earlier, medals cannot eat, but medal.
Hold on the HP. Look what Warren wear. Put that on your screen.
Warren, let's see which
Warren said,
one of
I
it.
got my monster milk with Surge because of my persona of the werewolf. Remember, me tell you, say you can do
All
a
right.
live and you come out and do something, and a sponsor might see it and gravitate to it.
Yes,
You can get sponsorship that way. Gonna
yes,
have to engage with the
yes,
public too. So me not gonna blame the federation and corporate sponsors alone. But if
yes.
they're not seeing the athlete, any athlete turn on their live, everybody are gonna want to see what them are gonna talk about.
I was doing a research a few months ago, not so long ago, about what sponsors want, what potential sponsors are looking for. And one of the things that came up in the research,
Mm-hmm.
potential sponsors want to know that athletes are visible. You
Visible.
must have
Yeah.
visibility.
Visibility is
And
important.
another thing that they want to see is they want an athlete to be able to tell their story. If you can come out and tell your story, you're triggering empathy in a person. Because that
Mm-hmm.
person will say, oh my God, I didn't know this person was going through that. Let us see what we can do. So you're triggering their emotions to want to help you. So you must be. And the thing is that I realize that our athletes they don't like to do interviews, and they have to. It is a big part of, because these are the things that potential sponsors are looking for. How visible are you? Remember, we're living in a virtual space. A sponsor is not going to sponsor you to stay at home behind the scene. They want to see you in their brand on the internet, engaging people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
but
even if you not go on live, you post things regularly, for these people to see.
yeah.
Something. You have to do something. Visibility is important. You
But
understand?
Warren is right. Warren posted something earlier that I wanted to mention. He said we need to have workshops to
For
teach the
marketing workshop,
athletes,
yeah.
yeah, to teach the athletes how to market themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is one of where we fall down. I mean, when you look at Shakari and Noah Lyles, they market themselves very, very well. They have this thing. I mean, look at Shakari when Shakari ran 2021 when Jamaica finished 1, 2, 3 at the Prefontaine. in Eugene. Shakari finished ninth out of ninth. And who got the spotlight with the media? Shakari did.
That girl.
Because that girl have that personality. She just come out and say, I'm not done yet. And she
Hmm.
come last.
You see, I believe that the athletes should be looking down the road and not only
Yes.
at the present. They have
Hmm.
to be looking into the future. You have to secure the bag after track
Yes.
and field. What are you going to go into? Look on prior to the American name business. You mentioned Shakir. Look on
Hmm.
TT Terry. TT
Hmm.
Terry have a nice little thing going on. When
Hmm.
she do the Legos thing, she
Yes.
put them together and she will go live and or she will post a video. Plus she's doing some knitting thing where I get a whole heap of traction. So she utilize her skills, market herself.
Visibility.
Yeah,
Yes.
she very
Yes.
visible on the TikTok and other platforms.
Mhm.
So
And that's what sponsors are looking for.
and I think several of our athletes could or have a skill. I may I tell you, look on Warren Weir. Warren Weir is also not he has a different type of skill when it come on to the technology.
Hmm.
I mean, can better say Warren get gigs because him have that little skill that him showcase and how
And
him
he
utilize it.
showcase it. He
Yeah,
showcase it.
him,
You take his
yeah.
pictures. I mean, I follow his thing, so I know. And this is what you have to do. You cannot just have your thing and you're quiet with it. I
Yeah,
mean,
man, you have to highlight yourself,
yeah,
man. Put yourself out there.
you have to put yourself out there. But let us now look at the discus throw. In the discus, we have four athletes going forward for Jamaica, one female and two or three male. Of course, this is
Three
another
males.
three. Yeah, of course, this is a well. The reason why I said two or three, when I look at Chad Wright's ranking, he ranked very high outside of 36. So I don't know if he will get in. Hopefully, he will. But for on the men's side, this now is another event that is going to break our hearts. Coach, this is another event that is going to break our heart. But just to give the viewers some information, the qualifying mark is 64.50 meters. World lead is 73.52. Of course, that is led by and the season best, I should say, sorry, for Samantha Hall, who will be competing for Jamaica, is 64.97. So Samantha Hall, she has attained the qualifying mark. She's ranked number 24 and she's going into the event at number 16. Only 16 athletes from this event has attained the qualifying standard. Coach, another event that is not so easy to attain the qualifying mark.
Sorry, that's the female one you mentioned,
The
right?
female, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, this event is a challenging one for real. And they said numbers don't lie. And based on that number that you put out there, it is I mean, like I always say with these athletes that qualify through the quota, they are going to the line to go up against athletes who have been killing it for the entire season. But the fact is that you are in this event, you have an opportunity, you have a chance. Because again, everybody start at zero.
Mm-hmm,
Cannot
mm-hmm.
go around that.
Yes.
Yes, what they do throughout the season is important, because that's where your coach is able to fix some things, change some stuff to get you at a particular place that they want you to be. But the big dance is where you have to pay a different entry fee.
Mm-hmm.
And once you go into the dance, you can't just stand up. You have to buy whatever. If you drink water, if you drink soft drinks, if you drink hard
To
drinks,
buy a
you
Spitfire.
have to buy something. If
Yes.
not, you're going to be probably dehydrated or left.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
you-
agree.
so
And as
it's important.
and as we get into other events, I can't wait for us to do the sprints next week, Thursday night coming up, when we will have this discussion again about when you turn up at the party, you better turn up at the party. Let us look at our men who will be in the discuss. We will have our new national record holder, Ralford Mullins. Drum roll, Ralford Mullins will be leading the pack for Jamaica with a new PB and also a new
New national record.
national record of 72.01 meters. He's going in as number six, ranked number six,
Mm-hmm.
and he is going into the event as number five. And my good friend Banjay,
Manje.
if you know who Banjay is, Frederick
But
Bakers.
boss trim.
Yes, boss trip. Frederick Dakers will be going in with a season best of 66.33 meters. He's ranked number 15, and in the event, he is going in as number 26. Chad Wright is also named in the team with a season best of 62.92 meters. But based on what I'm seeing, he's ranked number 43. So I'm not sure what is happening there. Only 24 from this event of 36 has made the qualifying mark. Of course, this event is being led by some people, Denny Matthews, Alekna, if you know that name.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Alekna.
Record holder. And
Hmm.
Mullins a kill him too, you know.
Yes, man. NCAA.
Yep.
Yep. Hmm.
But based on what Chad was right on the cusp, 36 out of 36. But he slightly moved away to 38.
Yeah, he's slipping away.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This what I'm seeing on this list is now 43, like you said. So I'm
Yes.
wondering if he slipped more
Yeah.
points down the order. But I'm not sure how and why would they add him to the list when, of course, it is 36.
Yes.
You
That's the same
understand?
question I was asking. So
So
I have a question mark beside his name when I saw where he ranked. And this data, I pulled this data 1
from
a.m. today. This morning, early this morning was when.
yeah.
So
And I'm actually looking at it right now too.
and it says
The
43.
current data and it is at what 43.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So
So
I'm not sure how that will play out for him. But
yeah, I'm gonna keep a close eye on that one, but because
mm-hmm,
I know that based off what I saw,
mm-hmm.
he was outside of the ranking.
Yes, yes, yeah. Um, what
But
is it?
with this event, I think Mullins have a real good shot.
Yeah.
We're not predicting anything tonight. We're just talking about it. But I think Mullins is really in the money.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't at the Diamond League final. That might be a plus for him, so
Yeah.
that him now face them people that he might just go in fresh like everybody. You know, Frederick always come in big as well. He has
Mm-hmm.
been having some struggles with injuries over the years. Good to have him back in a national setup. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yes, yes.
So I think a very good opportunity and chance is there for Mullins
Mm-hmm.
to
I think so
at
too.
least be on the podium in that top three. And when Aletna see him, Aletna fear him, So can you imagine this man who is ranked sixth, but is still killing it where the world record holder is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And it is me. Some people talk about having a pocket. Right now, Ralford have him in a pocket. So let's hope that he
The
can.
mind games are on.
Yeah. So let's hope that he can go to the championship and put in a stupendous performance
Yes.
and just at least get on the podium. He has been there and done that already, representing Jamaica at these big games. So he's
Mm-hmm.
no new student. He's relatively new, but he
But
would
he has
have had
been there.
experience before.
Yes.
So I think he's gonna use that as his trump card to get out there and try as best as possible. We're not too certain about what is going to happen for him, being that he's doing so well. If he's gonna be, going pro or something like that. I'm hearing talks about that, but let's see
Because
what
he's
will
still in
happen.
school.
Yes, he attends the Oklahoma
Hmm.
City, I think, University. So let's see what will happen with him. But I think he is a very good replacement from the Stoner situation, and he has come up big,
Yes. Yeah.
taking not even only taking his spot, taking the national record from him. That
Yeah.
72-01, big throw there for him. So I'm looking forward to see this athlete, doing well. Once he remains focused, healthy, and strong,
Hmm.
yes, he can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think we can definitely he can, we can definitely bring home some hardware from this event, when I heard that Stoner was leaving, my heart was so broken. But seeing Ralph Ford this season really helped
Cushion that.
to restore,
Yeah.
helped to restore my emotions, as it relates to this. So I'm very, very hopeful, and I think because he's determined, he's aggressive, he's
Mm-hmm.
technically sound.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah,
That is it.
yeah,
Technically sound.
yeah.
And and,
So,
and and that's why he has been so consistent. Even the
mhm,
last Diamond League that he won,
yes.
when you look at how he
A
glides
matter of
in
fact, that
terms
was
of,
his first Diamond League.
yes.
First Diamond League, and he won.
I like to look at athletes' technical ability and how
Yeah.
he turns in that circle with the fluidity. And when he released the implement very high, and that is a plus. So I think that technical ability that he has is going to possibly come through for him. But again, we know that these event go, you have spills and you have thrills. Let's hope he stays on the thrill side of it rather
Yes.
than the spill side.
Indeed, indeed. And we're on the field events, of course, but I was thinking that I think we need to create some buzz around some of these field events in Jamaica, especially the throws. We
Like a
need to,
bubble.
no, we need to create some excitement. We need to have a beach throw kind of thing. Having the discus, have a meet on the beach where you throw the javelin, the discus, the hammer, that kind of thing. Have it on the beach. We can have it on a beach. I mean, see people setting up long jump on a road in the middle of a city. In the middle of a city, you see people bringing the long jump to the streets and getting people. So sometimes I think you have to take the event to the people, because we have a culture where if it's about the sprint, nobody need to tell us to come. We are there. But like the field events and stuff, I think we need to have some field event carnivals in Jamaica. And I don't want anybody to tell me that it is costly. I don't think it is. Have it on the beach. There's a beach in Montego Bay that they call, what they call it, as you're going into Samshot Square, there's that long stretch of beach. You can set it up in such a way, and you just have a day out in Montego Bay, get people to be aware of the discipline, the sport, Jamaica's involvement, educate them on the
Yeah,
event and stuff. So I think we need to find creative ways to
yeah.
do these things and attract the babies, let them see it and say, wow, I want to do that. But we can't just sit down in an office and think that these things are going to happen. We have to start thinking. Your thoughts, coach?
Yeah. They can do innovative ways to get interest and support in the event. They,
Before we go any further, I just want to say a happy, happy birthday to a Jamaican Olympian who just joined us. She is an Olympian, 1980, 1984 Olympian, the first Jamaican female to make a long jump final at the
Dorothy.
Olympic Games. Dorothy Scott Genius is in the building, formerly of Very Technical. Dorothy, welcome. Happy birthday to you, Olympian. Happy, happy birthday. Keep going, coach.
Yeah, man. I just saw a comment and I'm laughing. J3 is now have a proper communication liaison officer. I hold them a market athletes.
Yeah, they definitely need
They
that.
need one for real. I
Yeah, they
mean,
need a media liaison person. Yeah, they do.
And you wonder again, HP. Why would J3 is not take that Adidas sponsor? Why, I mean, that I want different conversation,
That's a
but
different, yeah, that's a totally different conversation. And
yo,
the thing is that I try not to talk about it so much because I've seen the Adidas deal, I haven't seen the other deal, so I can't even make any form of comparison. I don't even know how to address that. So I try my best because I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speak on stuff that I don't have the facts that, but I can tell you based on what I saw with the Adidas deal, it was a very, very good deal. A matter of fact, I would love to get in on that deal too. So if Adidas is watching, hello. But I get what you're saying. We, as a federation, we need to do. We're lacking structure. That's all
yeah,
I'm going to say.
yeah,
There's
structure
no,
and sticking to policies.
yeah, we need
I,
structure.
I
We need to,
think they tried that with the selection of the squad still, but I mean, uh,
yeah.
anyways, we're kind of astray.
No, we're not straight, because all of it have to do. But now let us go to the high jump. The high
Yeah,
jump, in the high jump, we have three athletes going through for Jamaica. One female, two males.
2 males.
Again, the flag will be in the field.
That is good. And interestingly, as I said, that the flag is going to be in the field. Remember, the Jamaicans are indebted to the field event
Yes,
because of what transpired in Paris. So we have to show the athletes them respect. And folks online here, tell a friend to tell a friend. Whenever we talk to these field athletes, on come support HP on our channel. And whenever me put out video about the field athletes them, on go watch them. Uno
yes,
no want to say I want field athlete name come up. Uno now watch the video.
yes.
Uno to
Please to
stop it.
watch.
We need
Yes.
to support these athletes.
Yes, yes. I agree. We need to support them, all of them. We have been neglecting the field athletes and the middle and long distance athletes, which, guys, my passion and my emotions don't come out yet. Wait until you come back Tuesday night when we're talking about the quarter mile and the middle and long distance. That's when you're really going to hear me because I'm very passionate about the middle and long distance, and I would love to see that come back because for most of you who don't know, one of Jamaica's first Olympic medal at our first Olympic Games was from Dr. Arthur Wynne in
Mhm.
the 800 meters,
Yep.
a silver medal at the 1948 Games in London. We won a silver medal in the 800. He came back 4 years later and repeated that,
Yep.
guys. So I don't want to think that is the sprint started this thing.
Uh,
No, is the middle and long distance and the quarter
the
mile.
quarter mile. Yep.
We won a quinella in at our first Olympic Games. We won a quinella in the 400. Dr. Arthur Wind and Mr. Herb McKinley. 4 years later, we came back and we repeated that with George Roden and Mr. McKinley. But we're going to leave that until Tuesday night. Let's get back to the field, coach. High
Yeah.
jump.
I just want to ask all in the game a question before I give my point on the. Are you a Jamaican all in the game? I await your answer. And it is nothing that I am trying to find out. I just want to know if you're a Jamaican.
I noticed that all in the game list some names, but he did not list the name Trisha K. Smith, world champion 2005 in the triple jump for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're listing, please to ensure that Trisha K. Smith name is in that pool. She actually won that gold medal for Jamaica injured. When she went to collect her medal, she had a walking stick. So I'm just saying. Go ahead, coach.
All right. Again, it is good to see, like I said earlier, the Jamaicans in the field.
Yes, man. Yes.
And trust me, those two youngsters, Raymond Richards and
Romaine.
Romain, and I think Romain has improved tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
And I like his progress. And I think if he can get a personal best in a new personal best or close to it in them, can cause some problem. Raymond has somewhat dipped, and I guess it is possible for a reason to lift again for the championship. You know,
But
um,
listen to this, coach.
mhm.
Raymond's season best is 2.30 meters,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
while Beckford is 2.26. The
yeah.
world lead is at 2.35.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
And
so
as you said, everybody is going to start fresh.
yeah, man, they're in the mix. They are
Yes.
definitely in the mix because of
Hmm.
this fresh start that we have been mentioning.
Yeah.
And again, it's been a how long have we not competed in high jump at the World Championship? Did we compete in the high jump at the last championship? In Budapest,
In Budapest, was Romain Beckford there?
Ye-
I'm trying to remember.
or was he at
He was in
Paris?
Paris. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So for us to be in this event, it's a big deal. I
Yes.
think Romain Beckford was the number one ranked in Diamond League this season.
Yes.
He didn't get the win, but he was right up there competing with these big
Hmm.
dogs.
Before these guys, the last time we were really involved in a high jump was the late Jermaine Mason before he switched
Before he switched allegiance,
to, to,
right?
to, to Great Britain. So we've had a little drought here
Mm-hmm.
with the men, but these two young men, they are really, really doing well. They're really doing outstanding because Romain is ranked number 6, but he's going into the event at number 10. Richards is ranked number 16. He's going in at 18. So
Mm-hmm.
I think they are very much up there in the final. I see them in the final,
At least, yeah.
and from there, it is anybody's car. When you get to the final, it is a clean slate.
Yeah, definitely. And I also like the fact that this thing is there. She has showed progress
You know,
throughout her career.
objective is cracking me up. Look at
I
that
must say.
comment from objective.
All in the game might be AI. He has all the info on his fingertips.
Oh my
But
God.
in the answer the question to that, that's why I'm interested to know if he's Jamaican,
Let
But
me see. Did he answer? Let's see. Let's
no, me a
see.
scroll down, I'm gonna see it.
Not seen. All in the game. Tell us where you are. Show us your flag. Or show us your birth certificate if you don't want to show us your flag.
And if it's an old one, him have.
Show us your birth certificate, sir. He's saying, all in the game is saying, this is 2025. I'm talking about female jump depth in 2025. Okay, okay, sir. Okay. If that's what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
think it was because you mentioned the other what was it? Trisha K?
Trisha K. Smith, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
I think he is right where that is concerned. I somewhat agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need some depth in that event, those jumping events. Also, we see where Lamar Distin
Yes.
is the only flag bearer there for the Jamaican in the high
For the
jump. Not
last few years. For the
yes, for the
last few
past few
years.
years, few
Mm-hmm.
championships, she has been there. Um, I am not certain if she has been consistent though. It could be for more reasons than we are aware of.
Mm-hmm.
It could be injuries and all of these things because oftentimes an athlete might be competing with niggles that
Yes.
is causing them not to maximize their potential. Sometimes the injuries really throw off their training pattern and block. So there are several things that contribute to dipping form. So I'm not going to act as if I don't know about it.
Mm-hmm. Indeed,
So
indeed.
I'm just happy that she has been consistent in making the team. I mean, it's just for her to just go to the championship and just find something.
Yes.
You
Let us
know,
see,
just
let us
find something.
see, let us see the colors. Another event. This is another event where for the women, only 11 out of 36 attained the qualifying mark. For the men, it is only nine.
9. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Nine, only nine that has made the qualifying. So these field events, they're not easy. They're
They're
not
not
easy.
easy. Yeah, man. Very competitive. And if you know, there's always a block of athletes who sits in a particular block that always show up, and it might very well be those persons who
Mm-hmm.
hit the qualifying mark.
Yeah,
Again, you have to be really consistent in these events. People might see them just walking up and running up to jump, but it takes high level of concentration, you know. It takes strength too to hit
yeah.
that jumping leg, swing that free leg up so that you can arch that back to get over the bar. A whole lot of things happening in these events. We don't
Indeed.
know, some of the fans don't even know how the athletes, prepare for these events. It's not easy. So for them to even reach to this stage of the season of their career, it is always good for them. And I just wish Lamar all the best. I hope that she can, get one and at least
Yes,
reach the final,
yes.
and put herself in a very good position to compete for a medal.
Indeed, she has been carrying this event for a while and she has been knocking. So hopefully, she can get something. But win, lose, or draw, we are
Straight Jamaican.
happy.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
we're Jamaican, we're happy. And as I said before, so many field event athletes are on the team. This is a good look. This is a big deal for Jamaica. And hopefully, this kind of showing can inspire some coaches to now say, okay, we have the sprints locked. Let me go over here and concentrate on this event and bring some glory over here, kind of like what Julian Robinson has done. He took the throws and he is almost, I would call him the king of the throws in coaching in Jamaica. So I'm hoping that this will inspire other coaches to take up other discipline and say, this is what I want to do. Kind of like Kerry Lee Ricketts, who is so good with the triple jump and stuff. So it is a good look for us. And I am super excited. I can't wait. I'll be getting up early morning and whatever time, late night, to
Yeah.
watch my people compete and cheer them on.
and
And
and Kerry Lee is not only a triple jump coach. He does the long jump too,
there
and
you
you see
go.
where he has had his charges at St. Elizabeth Technical Center too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, their jumps program seems to have, stepped up a notch
They've
since
improved.
his
Yes.
arrival. So big up to Coach Ricketts.
Yes.
One of the few coaches who stuck to what they believed in, and decided, hey,
And look at that. I'm glad that you say that. Look what he did. He took the event, he took the field, and he was passionate about it. And guess what? He stayed there and he stayed there. And look what we're producing now. We're producing. And many might say, okay, field events has no money. But Kerry Lee Ricketts, he stayed there. He believed in it and
mhm.
he stayed there. And I'm saying we can do the same thing with the javelin. Maybe the pole
Yeah,
vault
we
is
can do it with the javelin, but me still
yes,
not agree there with the pole vault.
yeah, maybe the pole vault is a little bit, but I'm saying after 100 years, we should be able to have a facility for each of these disciplines. So if an athlete say I want to do triple jump or long jump, I'm going to Kerry Lee Ricketts. If I want to throw the discus or the hammer or whatever, I'm going to Julian. If I want to do pole vault, I want to go to Coach Minzy. So we should have that kind of system set up
They're not
because
gonna learn.
because remember, a lot of our athletes, if they go to college, they're in another structured system for 4 years. When they leave, I know college graduates right now who are athletes who are trying to find a club that will be the best fit for them. Just competed on the
Yeah.
collegiate level, graduated, and they're now trying to figure out which club is the best fit for me. So
Hmm.
we have to create those spaces so that we can have our athletes them say, okay, I want to go to Coach Minzy for the javelin. I want to go to HP for 800. I want to go to Object. What is his name? Objective?
Objectivity. Him just objective
Objectivity.
sometime.
Yeah, I want to go to Objectivity for that, for the pole vault. I want to go to Warren Weir for something. We have to create these things, and I know they take money, but if we put our mind to it and be passionate about it, we can do it. And I use Stephen Francis as a motivator because when that man started MVP, I don't even know if he had all the resources
Nah.
and he wasn't getting any help. And look what that man did by Beijing. Look what he did by Beijing.
Yeah. But sometimes you have to start and go through the teething process and
Yes,
then I
man.
just one you want, we
Just
find it, you know.
one you
Yeah,
want.
man.
One you want. When Asafa Powell broke out on the scene, that
Yeah.
was it. That was it for MVP. MVP was now raising to a certain level. And I'm sure Coach Francis did not have all the resources, but guess what? He was passionate about it and he see where his vision could work. But if you don't have a vision, you're not going to see. With
Yeah.
that said,
Hold
now
on.
let's
I see all in the game put a comment. Jamaica should has also have produced a world class athlete by now. I totally agree with
totally
him.
agree.
100%. You know why? We have some athlete. Me know the objectivity I gonna come with a comment, you know. um, I totally agree with him. I have seen me not gonna call the athlete name. It's a female athlete.
I know, I know.
Me
Yep.
not gonna call her name. But that
Hmm.
athlete has the propensity to become one of the great and world class ep
Kept
athlete.
athlete.
But again, you see where we are talking about HP, you
Yep.
cannot persuade these athletes to do some particular event because
We can coach.
sometimes they want the glam.
No, no, coach. I
Remember,
disagree with you. I disagree
no,
with you. You
remember
know
you did
why I dis
agree. Hold on, no,
Hold on,
remember
let
you,
me tell you why I
no,
disagree.
remember you did agree with the person who say all they need is what? The fame and the hype and the money, something like so.
Yes, but
All right.
but if we create the space, coach, I guarantee you that will come. I'm going to share something with you right now. I have a proposal that I've done for over a year now for a middle long distance program. I find a place in Jamaica for it. I have the coaches waiting. I have the facility waiting. It's not in Kingston. I have the facility waiting. I have the coaches waiting. I have boarding house waiting. I have everything waiting. But guess what? I don't have coach. I don't have the money. And everybody that I've met with so far, potential sponsors, the conversation keep going. Boy, Jamaica don't have a history of producing. And I'm like, we have to create the space and just start with one. If you create that space and we can produce our 800-meter athlete that can get on the podium, and let me tell you, my target is LA 2028. I have a 3-year plan. You see Warren Weir, Warren Warren called the name that is in my mind. That's the name I had in my mind, Warren. But coach, we have to create the space and use that to pull the athletes. If there's no space, we have 800-meter running, leaving high school, converting to a quarter miler. Why? And you're running 1 minute 48 a chance, 1 minute 49, 1 minute 50.
No, because let me tell you how that part right there go.
Because there's
Yes,
no system for them to
no,
channel them
no,
in
not
to
not
develop.
only that, not only that. When they go to these all in the game, it's not. I'm agreeing with you too much, you know. That is something I've all well me and some of my coach friend them discussed that something. Yeah. So it's not like I you put it in my head. Something I know about long time. Anyways, what happens sometimes HP they started out with 800 at these institutions and they do well at champs and they get scholarships to go overseas. The problem is that when they go overseas, sometimes these institutions want them to do more than one event because remember you have to run for your scholarship, you know. They might go find a way if you get back the money what them spend on you. So sometimes these athletes they step down to the 400 meters. Even look at Farkison. Him step down to the 400 meters and him a do well in it, quote unquote well. And you not see that time when him used to running at the 800 meters, even though he still does it. But sometimes when they step down, they might have a liking for the event and start to put a lot more effort into that event, and they are really better than I can talk about.
You know something, coach?
Hold on, there. Let me give you a story before I forgot. I can talk about Tyrese Taylor. Him a come out of one of my bridging hand, and him literally seeing put him in at the middle distance, right? When Tyrese leave the school and went to Veer, they didn't
Coach,
believe
you're
that.
doing Tuesday night show, you know. This is
Hold
Tuesday
on,
night.
hold on. I mean, want to talk his story, man. The people them come back, so they might hear it again. Who never hear it, I go hear it too. Tyrese, when he went to Veer, Tyrese go to the them convert him to the 400 meters. And he never do so much in the 800. But look what Tyrese is doing now in the 800 meters.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't have the balance, and it depending on where they actually go. And if they want to be sustained, if they want to stay, sometimes they have to just work with the coaches themselves.
I don't think I've always said that when you get to the professional level or the professional league, it is a partnership between you and your coach. So I think you and your coach should work out a plan and decide, because if I love the 800, coach, I am going to put in the work. That's the first thing. Find out how much passion your athlete have for this event that they want to do. And let me tell you, anything that we have a passion for, I guarantee you all in our sleep we'll think of ways to make it better. This that I do, even in my sleep, I am writing my script. Even in my sleep, I am doing research. You know, so what I'm trying to say, if you know that an athlete love the 800-meter already, the sprint is saturated. From 1 to 4 is saturated. What you need to do is work with this 800-meter runner. You remember the year when we had about 3 Tyrese and Farquharson, when Farquharson broke that champs record? You had Tyrese Taylor, you had Tyrese Roden from King Street,
Mm-hmm.
and there was another Tyrese in that race, and Farquharson. That was one of the biggest 800-meter, I would say, runner champs. And Farquharson won that race. And none out of those 4 guys should be doing 400 or any other event. But guess what? The environment that they're going in forces them to switch. But if you have a middle and long distance system set up with the right coaches, and Farkas leaving school and he's like, oh my God, where am I going to go now? Maybe I have to go to the 400. Instead of him going to the 400, he can come back to Jamaica and come be a part of this institution that is
Mm-hmm.
set up to develop it. And that is what the proposal that I have, it have all of that in it. And I see somebody just said, HP, you should create a GoFundMe account. I do have a GoFundMe. Let me see who said it. I like to call people by name. Who said I should set up a GoFundMe? Uh,
Let me find it.
there's so many comments. But I do have a GoFundMe account. I also have a donation thing on my website because I have a website for it. And yeah, the GoFundMe coming in slow, but believe you me, I'm not giving up on that dream. I'm not giving up on the dream. And I have to big up the Jamaica Olympic Association because I sent a proposal to Mr. Samuda about it, and he was very, very interested, and we should be having a meeting when I can do a face to face with him. We are going to be having a meeting, so I'm hoping that Mr. Samuda, I sent it to the J3A also. I send it to the J3A? I sent it to the Ministry of Sports. I haven't heard back from them. I mean, it's election time, so I understand what's happening on the ground. But the point I'm trying to make, if we create this space and not depend on foreign countries um, to develop our athletes, we can do this back home. We have the coaches back home. GC Foster is spitting out coaches every year that are doing exceptionally well in our sport. So please, guys, go and donate to my GoFundMe. Please and thank you. Thank you very much.
It was Shanti who said that GoFund,
Oh,
you know.
Shanti, a
Yeah.
matter of fact, Coach, I'm going to post my GoFundMe here right now so that I can get some people to donate to the cause because believe me, guys, this can work and we have to start somewhere. And a lot of people say to me, "Oh, a truck club is expensive." You don't have to tell me what I already know. Tell me how you can help me develop this product that will see Jamaica have three 800-meter men in the final in LA, three women in the 1500-meter final, three men in the 800 meter. That is what I want. And that was why I never wanted us to touch this because I get very passionate.
All right, move on. Me see, I message me. I was going to read, but me say, all
Read
right,
it,
move.
please. Read it.
No, you say you're passionate. Leave that to Tuesday. Go on, continue.
All right, let us continue. Let us go to the triple jump now. The triple jump. Warren, we're not easy. I
He's
can't read.
gonna pump fake you.
I can't read that comment. Warren, you need to behave yourself. You need to behave yourself, Warren. But go ahead, coach. The triple jump. Let us talk
Hmm.
about the triple jump. The triple jump has been one of those events that has given us a lot of glory. And I did mention Trisha K. Smith earlier, who won gold 2005. Of course, Shanika Ricketts, she has been doing
Hmm.
exceptionally well for Jamaica. Silver at the Olympic Games, silver at the World Championship, knockout champion, Pan Am, Commonwealth, the whole works. Your thoughts on that, coach?
Shanika Ricketts is one of the best triple jumpers in the world. No doubt about that. No two ways. Um, this season for her, I have not seen that. Um, her really, you know, exceeding her potential. I saw where she won in knockout. That was a
Mm-hmm.
congratulations to her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have been watching Shanika Ricketts, and I have seen the progress over the years. Especially sometime I go through the yearly and I see, oh, what she's working on at different meets. But this year, for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, I have not seen that sort of preparation. I don't know if they have changed their approach in terms of putting it together, because coaches tend to experiment sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
like the mad scientist, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you get a good result, sometimes
You can't
oh,
study. You can't study their plan,
right.
their strategy. Yeah.
You might think you're onto something, and that's what I recognize about Shanika. So I believe that Coach Ricketts would have made some adjustments to what he's doing. I don't know, that adjustment could have been he has gotten head coach of an institution. He has taken over Tajay Gale as well. So it is different to me. So I'm not seeing that sequential flow
Mm-hmm.
of how I used to see it in the past few seasons for Shanika. And it might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. One thing I know, when she was on the cusp of making that 15 meter, I was always saying no, Shanika can go 15 meters. I think she's just not reaching because of whatever reason. She reached that 15, and she has been in and around like a 14.5 thereabout. But if Shanika really wants to get on the podium, knowing that she have them tough
But
neighboring people that we go deal with.
coach, this is
I
her
feel-
thing. This is her playing field. This is of all the championships that she has been to from 2021, from 2019, I think her off the podium, she's like fourth. No, to be number four in the world for so many years. That's a big
Mhm.
achievement.
Yes.
That is a big achievement.
And I'm not downplaying that, but I'm looking through the lens of a coach and what I've observed over the years.
Let's see what her
Um,
season best is. All right, before you go, coach, the qualifying mark is 14.55 meters.
mhm,
She has met the standard, automatic standard. The world lead is 14.93. She's ranked number two. She's going in the event as number four.
mhm.
Yeah.
So again, I do believe that she has not hit that standard that I'm used to. And again,
Mm-hmm.
it could be the variation in the program this year, and they're going to unleash at the championship. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it could be getting back from an injury. Several reasons, several variables could have caused her to be at the point where she's at. But I still believe that she's podium worthy. I do believe that she can get on the podium.
Yes.
Once she's consistent and she can get that big jump that I
That
believe that
one jump,
she,
sometimes
yeah,
it's just that one jump
yes.
that you need.
And she has not produced that one jump yet this season. So I certainly
She's
believe that
saving
she
it.
can get it. Yes, she can get
She
it.
she's saving it. James Beckford let us know that one jump is all you need. And for all the youngins who is not sure who James Beckford is, he won a silver medal for Jamaica at
Yeah.
the 1996 Olympic Games, Atlanta. It
Atlanta,
was,
United
yes,
States.
yes, when James Beckford from Jamaica, he found that one jump and he was not denied the silver medal. So guys, see, I post my GoFundMe. I post the GoFundMe for my project. Please to go and leave you. If it's even $1, guys, it doesn't matter. If it's even $1, $2, it doesn't matter. Please support HP Track World and what we are trying to do. $1, even if it's $1, is fine. Thank you very much. Yes, coach. Going back to that. I think Shanika Ricketts, she is a performer
Mm-hmm.
and she finds it on the day when it really, really matters. She can find it. But let's go to Akila Smith.
Akila Smith. She has, to me, she has been a little bit inconsistent this season,
Yeah.
like with Shanika. But again, this season also I feel to mention this season is also a different type of season too, and for these athletes and the coaches themselves. It's a longer season. So again, they might be experimenting with how they are going to, ensure that the athletes come to the fore and produce a big jump at that particular time. Akila, she's right there doing her thing, but I think with more strength and power, she certainly can do some stuff. But this season, she might be able to make it to the finals. Being on the medal is going to be tough because the competition out here is not as easy. But I mean, she can definitely make it to the finals of this triple. So the competition is tough. You don't have a whole lot of athletes that are actually,
Can I share some information with you though?
hmm
For this event, out of the 36, only 8 athletes attain the standard. 8 for the women.
hmm
Only 8 out of 36.
So you know that you know what that is saying. That's why I said earlier, even though people might be in front of her, she has a block of people that are doing the do. And
Hmm.
they might be the ones that keep her out of the medal, but certainly she can make the top eight. I believe the final.
But when I look at most of the athletes in the field event, I like to share data, and one of the things I've realized is that most of them they're ranked in the number 10.
Mm.
They're ranked in number 10. And for the men, 17 made the qualifying mark. Jordan Scott, what can we say about Jordan Scott? When we think there would be no one in the triple jump, Jordan Scott jumped in. Your thoughts on Mr. Scott? We don't have to cry anymore, right?
hold, give me a second.
Sure, sure. Guys, he's asking for a second. So while he take a second, welcome each and everyone. Of course, this is a collaboration between HP, Chat Track Studio, and Mr. Minzy from Coach's Desk. And we're just here about Jamaica Track and Field Legacy, just spending some time to look at the events and our chances as a country going into these events. And just to remind you guys that it is about the legacy, win, lose, or draw. We're here to celebrate, to encourage, to salute, and the whole works.
I get a message for you. The people from Sprintex said that they are watching
Yes,
and
Spring Tech.
they need your size so that they can send the little something where you did ask for one night.
Oh, okay. Tell them that if it's okay, I'll give you that later. I'll give you later. Hey, Spring Tech, big up yourself. Big up
So
yourself, Spring
that's
Tech.
why I did pause. I mean, Jordan stay right now,
Hmm.
Jordan a big machine right now.
I know, right?
And again, I have seen the progress of the youth here from champs days. Seeing and in progress and in progress and in leave and go overseas and in progress. And right now, he might go on good. But I think his camp probably took a little step back so that they probably can brush off some technical flaws and
And tweak some stuff.
fine tune and tweak some stuff so that him can get back. Because if you notice, Diamond League, you never see that Jordan that we
Hmm.
used to.
Yeah.
But you see, sometimes when athletes are on a upward trajectory, yeah, sometimes them have to just go back to the drawing board and put in some work on some things that they didn't get an opportunity to work on while they were competing. So I think that is what happened. I think Jordan is a real medal threat as well. And
Hmm.
I am really looking forward to see him competing in the big dance.
And just to share, the qualifying mark is 17.22 meters. World lead is 17.80 meters, and his season best is 17.52. He's going into the event ranked number seven, number seven, number seven, number seven. I mean, when we look at the field events overall, I think we should be happy as a country because the only field event that we're not in is the javelin that you guys don't want to buy into and the pole vault. You guys don't want to buy into. If we ever start a javelin or pole vault program, in no time we have some young man out there throwing some because we have high schoolers throwing 65 meters. Just this year, a young man from Calabar threw 65 meters.
Hmm.
So I think if we can get those two events get going by LA 2028, we are in all the field events. And I also must point out that the javelin, Jamaica, we do have an Olympian in the javelin by the name of Olivia McCoy, formerly of St. Jago, who
Monk Street
represents
and a Pong Street.
Monk Street and upon Street, saying good evening to Spanish Town, Monk Street, formerly of St. Diego, Olivia. And that young lady, she coached herself without resources. She coached herself without anything. And guess what? She represented Jamaica at the Olympic Games. It is all about the legacy, the legacy, the legacy, the legacy. So let us do it. Let us do it, guys. Just to share some more information, I love to share the history with you guys. But in the triple jump, as I said before, we've had some real success. Trisha K. Smith, formerly of Mannings, and you guys might be wondering why is it that I keep calling the school names. I love to big up the schools then because this is where it started for a lot of the athletes. So Trisha K. Smith, formerly of Manning, she won gold for Jamaica at the 2005 Olympic Games. Shanika Ricketts just she took it, and 2019 she won silver, in Doha. And 2022 in Eugene, I was right there in Eugene when she won that silver medal and she was on the podium. And of course, last year in Paris, she repeat. And let us not leave out Kimberly Williams, who is one of those people who have been carrying this event for many, many, many years. Kimberly Williams, formerly of Veer Technical, she has made us proud also in this event, season after season, carrying the flag in this event. Coach, your thoughts?
Um, to be honest,
We have to big up Kimberly, man.
yeah, definitely we have to bigger up, have to bigger up. Ah, yeah, you go before me.
All right, let us.
Kind of lose my chain of thoughts just now.
Is who you there texting, guys? He's texting. So that is why when I'm on a podcast, I put my phone aside because I don't want to get distracted because it's all about my viewers. All my attention is on you guys. So who's about Spring Tech and
I,
GT Foster, big up on yourself. Coach Maurice Wilson, big
I,
up. Let me big up some of my coaches that have been on my podcast. I have to big up Coach Maurice Wilson from formerly of Homo Technical, GC Foster, Spring Tech. I want to big up Mr. Corey Bennett, another one of my favorite coaches, Heidel, Calabar. I want to big up Neil Harrison, formerly of Monroe, Clarendon College, Jamaica College, Stet, all of those schools. I want to big up Coach Anderson, also formerly, not formerly, Homewood Technical Coach. I want to big up St. Mary High coaches, Coach Silvera and Coach Barrett. You know, those, I hope I didn't leave out anybody. I want to big up Coach Alina from Camperdown, Calabar, Camperdown, Alina Wright. I want to big up O'Keel Stewart, another one. So I have all these coach friends. I want to big up Unseen TV anywhere he is, also another one of my good friends. So, coach, I hope that you get back your thoughts. And guys, I hope you're donating your $1 to HP Track World. We want to start that 800 meter program. And just to tell you a little bit more about it, it is going to be, the idea is to set it up in Clarendon, right? Not in Kingston. Kingston is saturated. Clarendon, we're going. And of course, we have some very good coaches attached to it. I won't tell you the venue, but we're thinking about Clarendon. So please send me your $1, your $2, your $5. Warren Weir, your dollars must be big, sir. I don't want any $1 from Warren. From Warren Weir. I need three digits.
big food.
Big food from Warren Weir. Anyway, coach, go ahead. Your thoughts, and then we go to the long jump, which is the final field event.
Hold on. Repeat what you did ask me a while ago. 'Cause as I said, we just lose my chain of thoughts.
No, I was basically just giving some love to Kimberly Williams,
Mm-hmm.
who has been carrying the flag with Shanika Ricketts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was there from uh,
Years, yeah.
she was there from Trisha K. Smith
Mm-hmm.
was there. So we have to big up Kimberly Williams on the triple jump. She has been there for Jamaica, been there. She's not on the team this year, but
Yeah.
she has served Jamaica well. So Kimmy, if you're watching, we salute you.
We have another youngster that is coming up, I have to mention her. Jaden Dawkins.
Oh yes, St. Jago.
Yeah, she has done tremendously well at that event at Champs. With the likes of Ricketts probably going over the hill. We don't know if she
Mhm.
can reach 2028. Um, so with that, definitely I hope she she she's in good hands right now. That's
Mhm.
Jaden Dawkins. And she can wear the national color at the senior level before long.
Indeed.
So yeah, we have to big up Kimberly for the years of tremendous triple jump. That triple jump is a very difficult event. It's a lot of pounding on the legs, the knees, the lower extremities, the posterior chin, and all of that. So it is a very hard event, and the preparation for it is not easy, which is what track and field is really about, or any sport that you decide to do. So to have this young lady, Kimberly, taking this event for so many years. She has been competing. Afe salute her for real. She has served the country well. And I mean, she turned it over in good hands in terms of a Shanika Ricketts, who she has been carrying it. If you notice, our triple jumpers normally get some good years. So that
Yep.
simply means they are the ones that are really taking care of themselves, because with that amount of pounding, and they are able to actually deal with it. Trust me.
Indeed, indeed. And as you say that, we segue right into another event that we've had a good history with, the long jump, that Akila Smith is also a
A
part of.
part of, yeah.
She is one of them that is really holding supporting the triple and the long jump. And of course, in the men's long jump, we have four men. Of course, only three will compete. The other one is alternate. We have Kerry McLeod, we have Tajay Gale, and we have Mr. Williams. Nikolai Williams, as I would call him, the newbie, and there's also Sean D. Thompson that will be the alternate. Look at that. Four men, four men, four
Yeah.
men in
Big
the
up to
long.
them. Big up
No,
to them.
no, that's a big achievement. Four men can qualify to compete for us, and only three will be able to compete. No, we have to big up the field people. Let us support the field events. We have to big up the field event. Four men for the long jump. And if we had Wayne Pinnock, it would be five. This is just amazing. This is
Yeah.
just amazing, amazing.
Yeah, man. The field event doing a tremendous thing, and it's good that we have kicked off this series with this field event. I like it. But to have back Tajay Gale after early season injury, like I said, he's also working out with the Ricketts performance. And he seems as if the last event I saw him indoor at that Diamond League, it was horrible in that weather condition.
Hmm.
Boy, I mean, me wish no athlete never have to perform in something like that. But we're happy that they finish injury free.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to Tajay to come again this year and deal with the thing the right way. Um, yeah, Tajay is really the experienced one in that field.
Mm.
Kudos to the youngsters, and Nikolai Williams, who is new to the team, and he's gonna come with a lot of youthful exuberance. I hope that it can. I think he got a medal over at Nakak, so
He
that,
won. He won at
yeah,
knockout.
he won Nakak
Mm.
790 something or something near that. No, over
8.6,
8 meters. Yes,
8.16.
yes, over 8 meters. But
Yeah.
he just missed the qualified standard again. But
Mm-hmm, hmm.
because of quota system, he's able to
He's ranked number 21.
yes. So kudos to him. Like I said, I think he's gonna bring some exuberance, making his first senior major championship. Even though Nakak is a big championship, but it is not as big as the world championship.
Yes, yeah.
And that medal is gonna motivate him to go out there and put in a good shift. So let's see what he can do in that one. And Tajay, we hope that Tajay is able to put in something good as well for us. We spoke about Akile already.
And Sean D. Thompson, he also made the qualifying mark. And a matter of fact, last
Oh,
year.
Shandy is an alternate.
Yeah, he's an alternate. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there also. Rank number 28. A matter of fact, last year too, he missed out on one of the automatic spot, one of the top three spots. So this is to show you this event was very competitive last year. That he was fourth, he was number four, and he came back this year again, and he's at the same spot. It goes to show that the field events are really picking up nicely and they are becoming very, very competitive, even at the local level, because 2 seasons in a row, Sean D. Thompson, is the number 4 man for Jamaica. That is just outstanding. That is just
Mm-hmm.
brilliant. And just to share some information with you guys about Nikolai Williams, he is formerly of Calabar High School. He's formerly of Calabar High School, won at the knockout games, and he's also at. I'm seeing two universities coming up for him. I'm seeing Arkansas, and I'm seeing I think another university. So I'm not sure exactly which one, but he is a Calabar's legacy. He's a part of the Calabar legacy. So that is just to share some information on the newbie. But all in all, guys, we have
No,
multiple.
hold on. Me no mention Kier McLeod, you know.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
Carrie is
man.
there. Oh,
Ki-
you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
Kier McLeod. Uh, I'm wondering if this year is his year.
he's ranked number
Um,
8.
yeah, he's ranked in the top 8. So I don't know because sometimes these events are really tricky, you know, because
Yeah.
it's really tricky. But I think for some reason, I think Kiri can make it to the final as well. We possibly can have out of the 3 athletes, we possibly can have 2 in the finals.
All right, let me just answer a question before we go forward, Coach. Hold on to
Mhm.
that thought. Please don't lose it. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
first of all, let me say welcome to Lily Hodges, another Jamaican Olympian, 1972, 1976, 1980
Big
Olympian
up to
for
Lilith.
Jamaica, formerly of St. Mary High School. She's saying she thought I was focusing on St. Mary. Lilith, welcome, welcome, Olympian, another Olympian in the building. Also, someone is asking what is an alternate. What that means is that that person is named to the team in the event one of the top 3 or the top 4 is not able to compete because of injury or for whatever reason. So if one of the top 3 that is named on the team is not able to take up their spot at the championship, then the alternate is the person that will
It's
come.
like a sub.
Yeah, it's like a substitute, kind
Yeah.
of like at the Olympics last year when Sharika wasn't able to run the 100. Sasha Lee
Shashali
Forbes
Forbes, yeah.
stepped in and ensured that we had
A
our 3
representative, yeah.
ladies in the 100 meters. So that's what the alternate is. I like when you guys ask about the rules, because the rules is how we will understand the sport and help us to be more, to not to be too critical of the athletes, because sometimes we can be very critical when we don't understand the rules. So I like when you ask about the rules so you can understand when a decision is made, why it is made. And of course, Coach Maurice Wilson was here Friday night and he went through everything, all the rules. We had all the rules covered, and I'm
Eh,
going to post that for you guys soon. Go ahead,
Hey,
Coach.
Jamaicans care zero about that.
No, man, they need to know the rules.
No, what I agree with you, but the rules can be steering them deep in the face, and them not care. We have the photo finish with Noah Lyles and Kishian, and Jamaican people in no business with that. Kishian when he race.
I agree. I agree.
so,
Let me.
so them no business with that. And when them a cuss, then just a cuss. Anyways, back to the Kiri McLeod. I think this year might be a year where Kiri can he needs to show up. He needs to put it together, and I think he can do that. He has not been doing so bad in the event this year. But yeah, with some more consistency, I think he can be in the finals. And again, with him in the finals and Taji and putting in the finals, then of course we can, deal with that thing. Possible one person getting a medal out at the top. But they have some very good competitions to look to go up against
Indeed.
in that long jump, because trust me, the youth them are fire in at the long jump, Some top dog in it.
Yes, man. Yep. I
I just
Go
want to,
ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
yeah, I was just looking for some of the top competitors in the event, like What me to put up? High jump or a long jump? Me should have put up in a. I mean, I look for high jump.
Yeah, it's a long jump. We're on. That's the final field.
You
If
have you have Tentaglu, you have Furlani, you understand? You have Hammer, that a Simon Hammer from Switzerland. Are some tough competition they're gonna go up against. But I do believe that if Kiri can find it on the day, if Tajay can find it on the day,
yes.
it would be a good look. Tajay always have a big jump in him, you know. One thing with Tajay, you know.
And that is what it is about. It is not what you're coming in with, because I've seen athletes come into a championship with the world lead and get beaten. So it is not about what you're coming in with. It is not about how fast you are. It is about you being able to run 3 rounds or throw 2 or 3 rounds
Mm-hmm.
and repeat in the final. And of course, when we get to the sprints, we are going to break down the sprints, especially the women's 100 and the men's 100, that personally I think is going to take a photo finish for the women's 100 and the men's 100. I called it last year for a photo finish, and it was a photo finish. I think the women's race is also going to be um, a photo finish. But just to answer a question, someone was asking if the alternate will work for Christian Coleman.
No,
Christian
no,
Coleman will not be the alternate for the US because
no.
he was fifth.
Yeah.
He was fifth at their trial, so
Mm-hmm.
he will not be the alternate. And just to add some more information, when he won at the Diamond League, someone asked me if this means that he will get a wild card in
No.
for the US. He will not, because Noah Lyles
Is
already
yeah.
have the big wild card, which is the
The
100.
defending our
Yeah,
reigning champion.
he's the reigning champion,
Mm.
so his wild card is superior
And
to.
right. So what they normally do in that case where you have a Diamond League winner who has a wild card, you have the reigning champion who has the wild card. Normally, these federations have the reigning champion as the superior
Which
wild
makes
card
sense. Which makes
than the
sense.
Diamond League winner.
Yeah.
I believe though, this could have added some little spark to it. If you win, once you win, you get the wild card. You're supposed to go, man.
No, but the thing is, coach, if you have 3 wild cards, and can you imagine you have 3 wild cards? Jamaica is the defending champion. Jamaica is the knockout champion. Jamaica is the Diamond League champion. That is giving one country 6 athletes in
Yes,
one race.
make them get,
No, it's 4.
make them get it.
No, we can't do that because it's 195 countries, and you're trying your best to ensure that as many countries are.
You know why? You know why I said that should happen?
Why?
Because there's never a time that you're gonna have that scenario that you presented.
No, but
It a got
uh,
difficult.
no, not.
You might have a diamond winner and the defending
You
champion.
might have 2. Yeah.
Send them. In the
No.
one event, send them.
No, man, you have to have a quota, coach. You have to have a quota. Remember, it
No,
is.
well, I know the wild card person is gonna hit out the man will come fourth.
No,
It's
but
sorry for him.
remember, each event is 4 athletes,
But
3 from your trial
you're not hearing me.
and 1 from wildcard. No, man,
No.
4 is enough.
So the son of four y'all get from the wild card, the two wild card and the top two at the championship.
Well, I guess
So somebody will get knocked out.
World Athletics would have to rewrite their
I
rules.
know, but it's just my thought to the
It
process.
kind of makes some sense, though.
If
I
you
see
win
what
a
you're saying.
wild card, you're supposed to go, man. Then why the wild card did it? So the man will come third at the trials. Him lose him spot because him get a wild card.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. But I like the idea that the rule says 1 wild card, so there's no confusion. No confusion. 1 wild card and it's done. And that wild card, the defending champion gets the first preference. They are superior to all other wild cards. Somebody is saying, who is that? Shem is saying them better not make it come down to any photo finish. Boy Shem, Shem,
Mhm.
these two 100 meters, I said it, the women's 100 especially, and I'm going to say it
You
before
see,
we go.
you see, we are going to water where we know for going, huh?
You see, we're going to, no, make we leave it. Let us leave it. Let us leave it
Listen, people, we're going to have a series. We're going to be coming back on Tuesday
for
for
the
the
quarter mile
for
and
the
middle long
quarter
distance.
milers and them event. Then no worry with yourself. We're gonna come back. And cause we can't give it a bag of feeding as my granny would have said. For the one day.
Yes, 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 yes. We can't give you guys everything because we
Exactly.
want you to come back. We want somebody saying they said Coleman is not going, although he won the Diamond League final. Lies got the defended. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
Algie, that would say, yeah.
I think Coleman is going though for the
For the
relay,
relay, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. But
not
not for
for.
individual.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to explain to some people, and they're saying no HP, but him win the diamond. I say
No.
you guys not following the rules. Is only one wild card, and the wild card goes to the defending champion if there's a defending champion there.
You see,
After that,
if you see if the defending champion become hurt, then they can if that scenario comes up, then the person who win the Diamond League can go.
but you know the question I want to ask: suppose a country have wild card in knockout and the diamond league, who gets to go?
I must say knock out them I give man.
You think they'll give knockout over
Yeah
diamond league?
man. Nakaka 1 year a championship man. Then can't get Diamond League over that.
Okay,
That was my thought to it.
makes sense, makes sense, makes sense, makes sense.
Shem, you better wait, Shem. You better
Sherry,
wait.
Sherry, you better wait. But
Yeah.
we're back here Tuesday night, guys, when we will do the quarter mile and the middle long distance. And I will get to talk more about the 800 and where we started and da da da. And then the Thursday night, we will do the sprints. And then we will do the relays another night too. And then we go on all the way into championship.
Yeah, man, we are space it out, people. Not
Yeah, we're
get
spacing
everything
it out.
at almost 3 hours with there, said.
Right. If we should do everything, guys, we'll be here until tomorrow. So we
Yeah.
decided to break it down to make it short and spicy and give you guys as much information as we can on the different categories of event because we want fans to support all the events. We want to support the field, support the sprint, support the middle long distance, and support everything, the relays, which is my baby. So Coach, do you have any last words? Do you have any wrap up words?
Well, I want to report me I gotta do and I might better now. But anyways, big up to HP. Think this is a good collaboration. Big up to Warren Weir. Big up to all of the people them in the chat, all of the past Olympians them work forward to and make the place nice. Big up to HP. People wanna subscribe to HP track. She have some very good interviews with some young um experienced athlete as well on the program, some coaches as well, some administrators. Please support the channel, people. And big up on yourself. And we'll see you guys in another one. Because I don't know it go. I mean, I go check my phone, see if I find anything. But I can't make know what go on. Because I don't know say my phone ever blow up, people. Once we come
Yes.
on a live, or we do a video, By the time it's done, my phone blow up, Anyways, big up on yourself. I really appreciate the support and we are look forward to get some more subscribers um for the world championship.
What time are we doing Tuesday? They're asking about the time. Are we going to go with 7 p.m. Jamaica time? 8 p.m. if you're in the US?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Jamaica time is a good time. Them
Is a
time
good
there.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah.
So 7 p.m. The other nights we will go 7 p.m. Jamaica time. If you're outside of Jamaica in the US, depending on where you are, it will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is my time. So guys, we're going to have another exciting discussion for you guys. Tuesday night, and I want to big up everybody. And for those of you who donate your $1, thank you. Please to share my GoFundMe. Please to share it because all of us will be celebrating Jamaica at the end of the day. Warren Weir, please to make your cheese very big. Sprint Tech, big up to Sprint Tech and all the clubs in Jamaica, all our athletes who will be going off to Japan, big up all our athletes, Coach Maurice Wilson and his team, big up to everyone, the management team, everybody, big up, big up, big up, big up, and it is all about Jamaica track and field legacy. And we are out, right, Coach? We are out. We are out, guys. See you Tuesday night.
Jamaica's track and field legacy is unmatched. It is a story of triumph, resilience, and extraordinary talent. But do you know the stories behind the athletes who brought us glory? Hi, I'm HP, founder of HP Chat Track. My mission is simple: to celebrate the rich legacy of Jamaica track and field and shine a light on the incredible people who make it happen. Winning that race was a dream come true, but the journey wasn't easy. It's not just about medals, it's about inspiring the next generation. Jamaica track and field isn't just a sport, it's our pride, our culture, our heart. Every week I sit down with athletes, coaches and fans to bring you stories of dedication, passion and legacy. Plus, we've got exciting news and exclusive insights into the world of track and field. Make your Thursday night be at HP's place. Come hang out with us at HP Chat Track Studio, where track and field is our business, Jamaica.